Okay. Konnichiwa ko. Yokoso. Yoko dayo. Hello, Foxtrots. It's me, Yoko, and welcome to episode 12 of Shrine Talk. And today's guest is a fairly, I want to say old friend. How long have I known you? Like, since
I mean,
August?
we haven't talked much, but yeah, like since August, I
Yeah,
think.
since I started
Um,
streaming, I know you're one of the first, other VTubers that I've interacted with.
yeah, because I found you through.
Was it Ivy?
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
Yivi.
So yeah, one of my fairly old VTuber friends, and oh my god,
Connections or
hang on, I refreshed it again. TiaZoh, and I'm waiting for her model to come back. Okay, would you like to introduce yourself, Tia?
sure, why not?
Go ahead.
Am a streamer on Twitch. Uh, I don't know. I always have trouble selling myself. Hi, I'm Tia. I'm a streamer on Twitch. Am I guess my platform's is kind of uh comfort. I talk about mental health and kind of LGBT uh health kind of things, but I also it's mostly just gaming. But if I said I had like anything other than gaming, it would probably be that. So those are things that are near and dear to me.
Okay.
Um, but besides that, I just kind of make art.
Woo.
That's me.
All right. And she often the game that she does stream quite often. I say quite. I think it's an understatement. Quite. My voice. Quite often she streams Dead by Daylight.
Oh yeah, horror games. I do a little bit.
Mm. Do you play those games with a heart rate monitor?
No, but that would be something
Ah,
that
you
would be
should. You
interesting.
should give it a shot. Like I'm
But
thinking of wearing a heart rate monitor again when I play FPS games, just to see like where my heart rate is during tense moments. But yeah, you should give it a try, especially since you played Dead by Daylight.
painful or something, I would definitely get like a spike here and there.
Mm.
And
All right.
maybe Dead by Daylight.
Yeah. Or Dying Light 2 as well, since you are playing Dying Light 2, right?
Yeah, I have never had a moment where I'm like oh my gosh, I'm overwhelmed. Usually when I do get like that, it's pretty much like I'm gonna die. Oh no.
Oh,
Anyway,
anyway. All right. So today's topic again is VTuber struggles. So, compared to my previous topics, it's one of the more serious ones, but I have tackled important topics in the past. It's not just like fun stuff. Like while I do, I mean, you Foxtrots know that I'm all about positive energy and good vibes here. But when there is an important issue that we need to discuss, we need to tackle, I am open to discussing it. And that's what we are going to have for today. We are going to discuss VTuber struggles, not just like when we are streaming, but beyond the platform where we stream and stuff. All right, so let's start with the basic questions first. Tia, how long have you been streaming?
I am not 100% sure, but I can give you like a rough
Hmm,
estimate while I look the actual thing. But
sure.
about a year. About a year.
Oh, about a year. So
Um,
wow, that's even before I debuted.
yeah. I'm trying to think. Uh, I'm finding my Twitch email for affiliate, possibly. Um, Uh-huh. Cool. I'm just gonna type into my mailbox Twitter. A little while. Inari,
Little
did
while.
you?
Yeah, yeah.
Since
So
your stream is.
yeah, it did disconnect for a bit before you said that, but it's okay. We're back.
Oh, we're
S-
back. Okay.
Yeah.
Um.
So you said for about a year.
Mhm. Yeah.
Wow. So that's even before I. It's before I even. That's before I even debuted.
Yep.
Damn.
Um. So when I started out streaming, I was streaming like every single day, or almost, where I'd stream very late at night for long hours, and I kind of burned myself out pretty quickly.
Oof.
It was like around 2 or 3 months that I just like took like a week break, and when I went and I got back into it, I um I was doing like more um like every other day,
Mm-hmm.
and then I kind of eased back on hours. I eased back on what days I streamed, and I have a more sustainable kind of schedule. But when I started out, my mindset was, oh, if I stream a lot, I'll have more opportunities to get found, more people will follow. Um, and um,
It's just. Oh, okay. Yeah. So before we were rudely interrupted by my shitty ISP, I sincerely apologize. Anyway,
um,
so Tia has been streaming for about a year as a PNG tuber, and you're really on the grind, right?
yeah, I push myself maybe too much.
Hmm. Like how would you say you push yourself too much? Like did something happen?
No, nothing really happened. It's more so I just kind of burned myself out
Oh,
very
burnout.
quickly. I was like, because I was working very hard to stream a lot, but then I also, um, I didn't see a lot of gain from that, from streaming
Hmm.
every day. So I got really burned out, and I was feeling very discouraged, and so I stopped working it like it was a job.
Hmm. So you basically took some time off, recollected yourself, and then got back to streaming with a new mindset, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. All right. As for me, I started streaming for uh July. I started July. I debuted July, and it's now Feb, so that's a good 8 months. Wait, no, 7 months. So yeah, I've been streaming for about 7 months. And at the time, Tia was a PNG tuber, and you weren't streaming every day.
No.
No, you weren't streaming every day. You were streaming like maybe what, two times, thrice a week. So that's
Yeah, I think
overall
that's
like
kind of my schedule.
yeah, that's generally like I would say that's a better. That's definitely a better like work schedule balance. I
Yeah,
mean,
especially when I work a job
mm,
and several jobs actually.
I
It's just that's gonna
Yeah.
That's really gonna hurt ya.
I mean, I want to say that that schedule is balanced, but I myself stream every day.
Uh,
Man, if I told my July self that, hey Yoko, you're gonna be streaming every day, I'm like, okay, how long? Like, what, 6 to 10 hours per day? Bullshit.
yeah,
I look.
and when you
Mhm.
think about it, there's people with, they have jobs, some of them might even have kids, some of them might
Mm,
have, school as well, and they're still streaming on top of everything else.
yeah. I mean, the only thing I have to juggle right now is work and Japanese school. But oddly enough, like, whenever I stream for like more than 6 hours, it doesn't even feel like 6 hours. I don't know how, but I guess I just got used to streaming for more than like 6 hours to that point. Because around July, for about a month or two, I'd stream every other day, and then maybe 4 hours to 5 hours. Now I'm pulling 9 hour streams like it's nothing.
Ugh, gosh, I don't think I've streamed for 9 hours in months.
Wait, I just want to take this time. Thank you for new followers. Soviet Bing Bong, We Eat Games, Level 3 Mage, and Keeper Frosty. Hello, welcome to the Shrine Talk. And again, I left this on the Discord, but for those who want to ask.
No, the friend in question who I think
Hmm.
might be from the Philippines.
And we're back. Alright, so like I was saying, ow. Thank you, Geek. Yeah. I left it on the Discord, but for those who want to ask us any questions related to VTuber Struggles, do not hesitate to leave it in chat. We will tackle them during the Q&A segment, which is the intermission. But yeah, so Tia did notice that I have a specific command for whenever I disconnect. And for anyone who lives in the Philippines, I am sure you can relate to this problem. That is the... I would argue it is the worst ISP in Southeast Asia. I hate my ISP with a fiery passion. And before you tell me, oh, why not get a better ISP? You think I didn't? This is the best ISP I can get in my area. Like, I'm currently on Converge on the best plan. I want to get Glow, but they don't have fiber internet connection in my area, so I'm stuck with this. Ugh. Anyhow, well, this
Oh,
is
yeah, she's from the Philippines. The friend in question. Who also struggles with that. I understand.
there. At least he understands. But yeah. Anyway, back on the question. So yeah, I've been streaming for 7 months. Um, I wouldn't say I've been on the grind, but basically I just put this one mindset I have is whenever I play games, just turn on the stream. Just turn on the stream when you're playing games. And I don't know, it's been like that ever since, and ow. And no regrets. I haven't been feeling any burnout so far. But that is one of my worries. But don't worry. I eat, sleep, and take a bath like a proper shape-shifted foxtrot as a human being.
Oh, come on, you gotta go full degen.
It's full dish.
Full degenerate, full degenerate.
Full
You
degenerate. What? I need.
shower, you shower
Mm-hmm.
once a week
Mm-hmm. Oh,
with a
and
sponge.
yeah. And I need my desk. My desk needs to be like full of convenience store drinks and
Oh, yep, yep.
yep.
hmm
And there should be like two trash cans, one to my left, one to my right, filled to the brim. Yep.
Yeah, now we're speaking the same
Yeah,
language.
there we go. Alright.
You guys take baths, from time to time, from time to time.
Of course. I take a bath every day, twice a day actually.
I only have a shower, but I do that. I promise.
Good. Good.
Unless
You
I'm just
know,
depressed, then
you
I'll
see,
take a nap.
you know what's hot, Foxtrots? Taking a bath. Taking a bath is hot.
To be fair, it actually is like
Yeah.
just like wrapped up in a towel, looking all nice.
You wanna pick up guys or girls in a convention the best way possible. Walk up to them in the convention. Hey, I take baths. Oof.
They can't say no to that.
They'll single you out like, oh my god, you're so hot right now.
Oh my god.
But
It's
seriously,
all I've asked for.
yeah, but seriously, people, when you go to convention, sorry, angry face mode. When you go to convention, please take a bath before you go and put deodorant. Okay? Alright. Sidetrack a bit, but here we go for your next question. So, did you stream before you became a VTuber, or is this really your first foray into streaming?
Um, I have not. I need to pick my words carefully. I have not face streamed
Hmm.
or used the name Tia to stream.
Okay.
I've streamed with somebody
Hmm.
very very frequently.
Okay.
Like 2 years prior. Um, but I used my name at the time for that. But I haven't I've never been the streamer. I've always been like a co-host kind of, if that makes any sense. And when they would make YouTube videos and I would participate in that as well. So I'm not completely new to
Okay.
making content,
Hmm.
or at least to comedy and like video production, but I've never streamed before.
Hmm. Okay. So you at least you've had some experience, so to speak, in about streaming at least. Hmm.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay. Let's see. I have streaming experience. Like, I started on YouTube back when YouTube gaming was still a baby. And then I gave Facebook gaming a shot. I'm never gonna do that ever again. Uh, and
Understandable.
and then I gave Twitch a shot. Uh, I think my mindset was wrong. Like I am like looking back, like I deleted my channel and all of my VODs, and but I still have memories. I'm like, yep, I just wasn't in the right mindset when I was streaming at that time. But right now I am. So yep, I'm here on Twitch. And yeah, I have had some streaming experiences in the past, but uh generally bad. Again, I streamed on YouTube gaming back when it was a very baby experience. I mean, VTubers weren't even a thing yet. Um then when I was on Facebook gaming, VTuber, like the only VTuber I know is he's an I at that point. But then they weren't the concept of VTubing wasn't really that how do I say
There was
commonplace.
a boom for sure
There
during
was
the
a boom around 2018, 2017, I
yeah,
think. Yeah. But
I was
like
about to say like before the pandemic, but
yeah,
that's a
yeah,
better
before the
way to
pandemic,
put it.
yeah. But like
We don't want to date the interview.
yeah. But during Kizuna Ai's popularity boom, after like a couple of months, the VTuber popularity suddenly like kind of dipped. And then it went back up again because Cover Corp and Nijisanji. That's when it was relevant again. Ow. And here we are today. Where streaming as a VTuber is actually an option that people consider. Quite funny how that how that happened all of a sudden, huh? Ow! Oh my god, Skyly and Geeker is bullying me right now. Okay, question number 3. Do your parents know that you are a VTuber?
Uh, my parents do not even know my legal name anymore.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I am
Hmm.
very disconnected from them.
Oh, alright. But do you harbor any like negative feelings for them, or it's just really like a decision you made for yourself?
Um,
And again, you don't have to answer this if this is too personal or
of course,
but yeah.
of course, of course. I've been open about it on stream.
Mm.
They do not approve of the trans
Mm.
lifestyle, I suppose you could call it.
Mm. Yeah.
Um, which is not an uncommon experience. I
Unfortunate to
was
say that, like, I hate hearing the
Mhm.
fact that I know that, like, it's expected. I'm like, yeah, but just because it's expected doesn't mean it's any less problematic.
Yeah. I'm lucky that I was in a position where I had a fallback and I was able to live with them
That's good.
for a while, and I'm living in my own apartment now.
Nice.
And but I don't have much of a connection to them. But in a way to kind of answer the question you asked, my grandparents, who are I'm much closer to, they do know that I am a VTuber.
And they are totally okay with it.
I mean, they're of the mindset that, I can do whatever I want,
Yeah,
just
I
don't
mean,
commit a crime.
it's your life. As long as you're not screwing yourself up, then go ahead, right? Do
Yeah,
you?
I've
Okay, that's good.
I've tried to kind of explain the concept to them, and they're kind of like, they seem to think it's some kind of a drawing thing, and I'm telling them, well, kind of. It's already
Kinda.
drawn and made.
Alright.
They're like, they don't quite understand it, but they understand that it's um weird.
Mm. Yeah. Yeah, like,
Um, quotation marks on weird.
yeah, quotation marks are weird, yeah.
That it's unusual.
Yeah, I think that's a better word for it. Let's see.
Um,
As for me, I mean, I asked permission from Mama Nari for before I even commissioned this model you see right in front of you. Like, I asked Mama Nari, I knelt and I begged. I begged. Like, I told Mama Nari, I don't ask anything for Christmas or my birthday, but just this one time, can I ask for something? It's like, okay, what is it? Um, I want to be a VTuber. Mm-hmm. And I need to commission an artist and a rig to make my model. And I told her straight up, like, I think it's gonna cost me like about 1,000 USD for everything total. She's like, she looked left, she looked right, twiddled her thumbs, and then she's like, okay. I'm like, what? Okay, awesome.
uh,
So yeah, the only reason why I'm able to do this is because and we are back. So again, like I was saying, the only reason why this foxtrot in front of you guys exists.
it's by
Ow.
the grace of Mamanari.
Yes, it's by the grace of Mama Nari.
Thank you, Mamanari.
Yes.
Appreciate ya.
So yeah, like I didn't have to tell her, like she didn't even set any conditions or anything. But she did
Did it
ask
tell you
me,
that you?
she did ask me like VTubing is not like some kind of cult or anything. Like, not exactly. I'm not joining a cult.
You're
I
starting.
I jokingly told her I might have a cult, but I might have a cult, but I'm not part of one. Wink. I tell myself I'm not part of a cult, and then I realize how many people in Nijisashi and Hololive and even indie VTubers that I follow
It's not. It's not a cult. It's just a really cool club.
It's a very engaged community. There you go. A very
Yeah.
engaged community.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. All right.
Uh,
Number 4. Okay, how has VTubing affected your daily life, or you as a person?
uh, that's. I can give kind of two answers. One, not at all, but then also, yeah, it's kind of affected me. I guess I'd probably have to get into why either answer. So
Hmm.
for the no, not at all. I mean, I still go to work.
Mm-hmm.
I go. I'm a bartender. I'll get my drinks. I'll serve them up.
Mm.
And it's same life. But then it really has changed my life for the better in a lot of ways. Not like VTubing itself is really what did it. It's more so the connections and friends I've made doing it
Mm.
are really important to me, and I really value them. For example, two of the friends that I spend the most time with, and just kind of the whole friend group around them, they are from a VTuber group, which I think maybe we can get into that later. But
Mm.
they or rather, the one of them was from a VTuber group, and that's like kind of that I was closely tied to. Um, so yeah. It's and then I became their friend, and their friends were my friends, and they're very important to me. And another person,
Mm.
they are also a VTuber, and the friend group around them and their mod team, I'm very close friends with all of them. And so on one hand, no, my life is still my life, but the people that come with it and the friendships that I make are very important to me, and or say Yivin me and Yivin are me and Yivi are we're pretty good friends.
Mm.
We're planning to like hang out and meet up not too long ago, so
Nice.
you know it's and also at like the when I started VTubing, I was kind of a very different person as far as my outlook and such.
Mm.
And I feel like I've kind of changed since then.
For the better.
Though I feel like that's for the better, for the
Mm.
better.
Good.
And I feel like that could just be kind of natural maturity, but I think that putting myself kind of on a stage like that helped me better see who I was and what I wanted to change. But I don't think that's unique to VTubing. I think that's more of a performance thing or um, a content creation thing.
Okay.
So yeah, it's helped me kind of grow as a person
Nice. It's
in
good.
a roundabout way.
Cool. Okay, it's nice to see that VTubing does indeed have a positive impact for VTubers. Let's see. Okay. As for myself, VTubing has definitely helped me get through 2021. That's for sure. 2021 was supposed to be better than 2020, but I think we can all agree that it wasn't particularly great. But yeah, I've met a lot. Well, understatement when I say I've met a lot of people. I've befriended a lot of people I never thought I'd befriend. I mean, I honestly started this VTubing project without too many goals in mind, other than the typical like reach this milestone, yada yada yada. But nothing beyond the platform. But the fact that I've met so many people, befriended so many people, and interacting them beyond streams, befriending them, and uh, like I don't know how to properly. I don't know how to describe it, but it's. I would say that. Um, I guess VTubing has helped me. Mm, how do I say it? VTubing has definitely helped me understand myself better. I mean, as an introvert, could you like the idea of an introvert
Yeah.
streaming? Like, wait, what? You didn't realize you're going to be broadcasting to complete strangers and whatnot. Like, are you sure about that? But like again, as an introvert, like again, common misconceptions that introverts like to be lonely. Not necessarily. There's a difference between being alone and being lonely. I think as an introvert, we alone time is very important for us. But it's not like we don't want to go out with people. It's just that it's not something we actively look for, I guess.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And I think when we hang out with people, it's
Mm.
people we personally know or we want to hang out with. So it's not like, yeah, let's go to a bar and just meet random people. No, 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 no. Not about that. No, I just want to hang out, maybe have lunch, watch a movie with a bunch of friends that I already know. If I want to meet new friends, like, it would be something that I'm prepared for or like I've planned ahead of, I guess, or something you actively look for. But again, like on Twitch, you just raid people or you get raided by people you don't know, and you never know that you'd befriend them. And I guess you amongst a lot of VTubers that I've met since July, yeah, I never thought I'd I'd befriend a lot of you. I never thought I'd befriend you. I'd befriend Vault. I'd befriend uh Eve, Soli, a hell of a lot of VTubers that I know now as friends. I'd like to call friends. I never thought that I'd pop in their stream once, interact, and then befriend them. I never thought of that. But here we are. And I guess VTubing has definitely I don't know, shed a very positive light in my outlook on life, I guess. It makes me hope for better. And again, as someone who lives in the Philippines, uh, dealing with toxicity on a daily basis is something that I'm used to. But I'm glad that I've met a handful of Filipino streamers and VTubers, and I'm glad to know that, oh my god, an actual nice and non toxic Filipino streamer slash VTuber. So we do exist. Oh my god, thank god we do exist. But yeah. Okay. Last question before the Q&A and the intermission. So, what is the most common problem you face as a VTuber?
I have one answer that's kind of specific to VTubers and one that's kind of actually no. I think it's just a general content creator problem,
Go ahead.
and that's uh first of all, there's kind of this other people who are as a competition,
Oh.
and they they get very, I don't know, it's just very toxic environment that creates
Hmm.
because they want to do everything they can to get a leg up. And a lot
Aha.
of times people will want to kind of use you or you know, they'll like Twitter for example, you'll have people who will follow you
Mm-hmm.
and then you don't follow back and they message you and they're annoyed that you haven't
Aha.
followed back.
I get it. I get it.
Or it's just people not engaging with you as a person, but rather as a tool, which,
I
that's
get it. I
incredibly
get it.
toxic.
Yeah,
And
is again the whole problem of
it's
like
very
competition.
common.
It is. I mean, I'm glad to say that I haven't experienced that yet, but I am aware that
I'm glad.
this is a problem. That is actually a problem. Phew.
Yeah.
So again, over competitive fellow streamers or VTubers. Okay, that's interesting.
Yeah, it's not so
Um,
much that they're over competitive, it's more so because you can
like
really,
you can be competitive but not step on people.
yeah, and it's not sort of like people just wanting to step on them. It's just like, well, yeah, it's wanting them to step on them, I suppose, or wanting them to step on them.
Or more like
Stepping.
one
Woo.
up each
Woo.
other, basically.
Yeah, it's as if person A is doing well, person B has to do poorly.
Ah.
Like there's only so much success that can go around.
Oh yeah, that is a very cutthroat mindset. I'm not even going to be roundabout about it. No, I'll just be blunt. That is very cutthroaty.
Yeah.
But don't
So
worry, like I'm sure you know this, but we don't do that here.
yeah, I know. It's not that it's not that the problem is that it's very common. And there's also different levels of severity. There's the person who is on Twitter and they're kind of using the community. They're like, "Hey, male VTubers, where you at? Drop your PNG," and they don't interact with that, and they just want the interaction of
No,
people
yeah.
liking the tweet and commenting, so they get interaction, so they can get followers on Twitter, which means they can funnel them into their Twitch,
Mm-hmm. Yep.
and or there's like networking threads where they're not actually trying to network. They again just want the interaction. And Twitter is very much like
Yeah,
where that comes from.
they'll get that post that has a lot of interaction, and then they'll make sure that who's ever whoever like subscribes to those kinds of posts often, they're gonna see on their newsfeed pop up. They'll probably like, oh, this person does that as well. I'll follow, and that's exactly what people are after. They'll
Yeah,
basically use the algorithm to signal boost them without actually naturally signal boosting them, and then they'll just get whatever exposure they can get from that.
or people wanting to collab, but then not actually having the intention. When I collaborate with somebody, I and I have a lot of my friends that are content creators. You know it's because I like them,
Mm.
and I want to basically the two of us with our dynamic that we've built. Because like usually when I collaborate with people, it's not like immediately, oh hey, let's collab, and then we'll be friends. It's let's be friends and then we can collab,
Yeah,
because I feel like that's a more natural progression.
yeah. Like whenever, like there are so many
And
VTubers
and
I see that I sort of want to collab with because they are into the same games or interests I am. But I just like I'm in no place to do that right now because first off, I don't know them. They don't know me. Number two, we haven't properly built the rapport for any
mm,
comfortable interaction. And number three, this is going to look bad for me because they are a
yes,
bigger VTuber than me and they'll just see me as clout chasing, even though that is not my
yes.
intent.
And
And
because there are
mm,
the people in the water like that who are you know looking for anything that they can sink their teeth into, and yes, this will signal boost me. Everybody else doesn't want to be that person
mm,
unless they also have the pressure of, not only do you have to just be doing, you have to make sure that you don't come off a wrong way, which really kind of blocks you off from doing things that you want to do.
mm,
So, and I should kind of clarify. So, if there's a person who follows me and I follow them back, I will hesitate to message them if they just are more successful than me, because I do not want to be that person. And I feel like that's a thing for all content creators, not just
VTubers,
VTubers,
yeah.
which is why I keep on saying that, VTubing is not super unique. It is content creation with a cute anime character profile picture
Yeah.
at the end of it, and our struggles have existed for a while within, YouTube or just Twitch in general, because Twitch has been around for a while.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and the only unique thing to kind of um, VTubing is kind of how the models interact with the content and how people kind of like, for example, I'm going off on a tangent again. Be
Go
sure
ahead.
to rail me in, but there's like the oh my gosh, your character looks just like Gargura. You're copying them.
Oh no.
Which is an issue that I have not run into because my design is fairly
Unique.
um. There's nothing else like it.
Hmm.
Like that. That's a popular piece of media. I'm sure there's some character that I kind of look like,
Hmm.
but the outfit and kind of like the there's enough unique elements that I don't look too much like anybody else, which I'm really thankful for.
Hmm.
Um, but there are people who have, when they make their model, they have a basic idea, and I applaud them for it, and they'll make it, and then it'll turn out, oh yeah, no. It kind of looks a little bit like this because it has similar design elements because that thing also came from a generic concept.
Hmm.
It's not that there's like if I have the idea for, you know, brown hair, cat boy has big abs or whatever, and someone else has the idea for brown hair, cat boy has big abs, there's obviously going to be overlap there. It's not that they saw person A and said, "Hey, I want to be like that." It's that they both had similar ideas,
Yeah.
and there's nothing wrong with that. There's only it's of course like
It's
oh
unavoidable.
gosh, I'm not gonna like get into philosophy with you, but like there's the idea of, are there a finite amount of ideas in the world? And
You can go
probably,
philosophy
yeah.
with me. After all, I am a philosophy major.
You can only All ideas are recombinations of existing concepts.
Mm-hmm.
So
I
if you
mean,
really get down to it, eventually we're gonna either run out of ideas, or the ideas are gonna be so absurd that, like, because you can do, you know,
for example,
I'm a
my favorite example is like the idea of a chair. Everyone knows what a chair is, the basic functions of a chair. If someone were to come, here's a chair that you've never seen before. I'm like, really?
huh,
Really? An innovative, a revolutionary chair that no idea has ever ventured
yes, of
into?
course.
Whoa.
It has 9 legs and it rotates and they're all on wheels and it has cup holders. You
Okay,
can only throw
but
so
it
many ideas onto a chair.
does the chair have RGB?
Oh shit,
Oh
hold on, I need
shit.
to write that down.
But yeah, basically the whole concept of ideas of anything. It can be VTubing or video games, but I'm gonna use video games as an example. Whenever you see AAA titles make a single player game, it's increasingly difficult to make something very unique. Like you look at Last of Us and Days Gone. Like obviously Last of Us is very linear because it's story narrative driven. Not to say that Days Gone isn't, but by design Days Gone is very open world, but both of them revolve around humanity after a an apocalyptic event that is sort of like a zombie apocalypse. Both are very similar in that nature and they're not really that unique, but it's the gameplay and the characters themselves that make it unique. So basically, if you were to see my model on someone else and TiaZoh's model on someone else, uh, it's the one behind the model that makes it unique. Like
Yes,
we
drawing the
try,
parallel
yeah, we
to
try
video
our
games.
best. I mean, my artist, tried her best to make my model look unique, and I did give her like, I want my character to have this hair, this color of uh eyes, whatnot. And I mean, my inspiration for my model, I drew inspiration from one of my favorite Hololive talents, which is Okami Mio. She's a wolf. And yeah, like I don't want to I don't think I have any similarities other than maybe the wolf ears, but I mean, how can you draw can someone really draw 100 variations of a wolf ear? I'd like to see that.
I'm sure that's the new NFT with
Yeah,
a
it's the
hundred
new
different
yeah,
variants.
yeah. But like honestly,
Like
that's
the
the
monkeys.
that truly is the conundrum with anything nowadays. Like if you were a personality streamer, well, so is someone like Dr. Disrespect. Like how many personality streamers are there? There's a good number of
Hmm.
them. So
Yeah,
making yourself stand out is very difficult.
and that kind of links back to what I was saying about people being very competitive because when they realize that, when they come to that realization that there's, only so many, they want to be, you know,
A standout.
yeah, they want to be the one at the top. And it comes down to you can either do your thing organically, have your fun, and
Or be a cutthroat
ha-
bitch on the way up.
yeah, exactly. And I truly believe that if I keep at what I'm doing,
Oh, you'll get there.
yeah, I'll get to a fulfilling level of success, and I am fulfilled with my growth right now. And
Honestly,
because I was going from
mm,
you know barely 3 to around 10, and
mm,
that's over the course of a year.
yeah. And
Uh,
honestly, like my perspective really it's not really a matter of if, it's just a matter of when. And I've discussed this before with Dip and Blue. When it comes to anything that you're aspiring to, try to do it consistently for 6 months. Not for a week, not for a month. Nope, 6 months. Try doing something consistently for 6 months. If you see growth and results, keep doing it. But you will not see it unless you do it consistently for 6 months. A geek
but
wants a. Okay, sure.
but we got a little off tangent, but I think
Yeah, but I mean, I wanted to add to that the things that you mentioned a while ago,
Rails.
like being very cutthroat and the whole like
You cut out on my end.
oh sorry, the whole
No,
idea
you're fine.
yeah, the whole idea that you mentioned a while ago of being cutthroat and uh like original and competitiveness. I'm like, oh my god, I've seen a lot of that. I'm not gonna mention any
Yeah.
names, but there was a tweet I saw a couple of weeks back where someone, ow, Jesus, guy, someone was being very apologetic because someone wanted to collab with them, and straight up they just said, in a very polite way, of course, no. And they got flack for them from the person who asked,
I
like, get off
oh,
your high horse. How did
you're really
I
getting smacked
mean,
around, aren't you?
it's a very annoying mindset. Like it's almost like asking your friend, like, okay, hypothetical, Tia, hypothetical. Let's say we've known each other since university, okay? Just a hypothetical, okay? Ask me, try to borrow like $60 from me.
$60. I don't know.
No, wait, sorry, your first part was cut off a bit.
Oh yeah, it was.
Hmm.
You're cutting out a little bit
Okay,
every now and then.
yeah, it's okay. So
Um,
try to borrow money from me again. Ow, Tia.
but yeah.
No, just ask me for money. Like you want to borrow
Oh,
60
sure,
bucks? Yeah.
sure. Can I get $60? I want to get the new DLC for Final Fantasy 14.
Sorry, but no.
Oh no, whatever will I do? I'm gonna write a twit longer about you now.
Exactly. Like when someone says no, it's not like they don't want to or they hate you. It's they have a reason for it. But like,
I feel like
and again, like just because, like again, this is just a hypothetical, but if Tia and I have known each other since university, it doesn't mean that if she were to ask me like, "Hey Yoko, can I borrow $60?" Doesn't mean I'll say yes just because we've known each other for like the entirety of university. No, like okay, yeah, I've known you for 3 to 4 years, but doesn't mean you can just borrow money from me and I'll say yes. Like I'd
I have
glad
a
to if I was in a
story.
better circumstance or situation. Sure, why not? I'll lend you $60. I trust you. But sometimes you just can't. And I mean,
Yeah,
whenever I ask people to collab, it's usually people I I know, so that it doesn't feel awkward if they have to decline like, "Oh, Yoko, I can't because my schedule is tight." See? That's understandable. But I guess this person just said no because you're a piece of you're just a piece of shit, tiny content creator. No, it was just a flat out no. There was nothing said after the fact. It's just a simple no. My God, that. I mean, you know what? I'm just gonna drop like a kernel of wisdom for you guys, but this is a very Filipino concept, and for the Filipino foxtrots out there, you are going to hate this term because you know it. Utang na loob. I hate that term, I swear to God. Utang na loob. Basically, uh,
that's Tagalog, yeah.
yeah, that's Tagalog. Basically, you're in debt to someone because, like, fuck, how the hell do I even explain utang na loob? Damn, it's very complex. But basically, like, I help you, you help me. But it's taken in a very, like, in a binding contract sense in Filipino culture, and I hate it.
Oh, yeah, that's kind of gross.
Yeah, like, I get it. Like, I help you, you help me. Yeah. But you don't help people and expect. You don't help people so that you can ask them for help in return. No, that's just toxic as hell.
It's more so, I think, when somebody who's helped you in the past and you see them need help,
You
it
want to
is
help them.
you
Yeah.
you have a responsibility to help them however
Mm.
you can.
Yeah, however you can. But like again, for example, if let's say in university, um let's say that yeah, let's say in university, like Tia helped me out with a really complicated paper, and let's say in her like in the future, she's looking for a job, and let's say that I have interned in this company and she wants to work and she wants like advice. Like, okay, I can give her advice. I can't, of course, I cannot sneak her in like, yo, can you hire
You're not the
this person?
CEO.
Yeah, I'm not CEO. I can't just hire her right off the bat. No, but I can at least like help her in some way. But it's not like when she helped me with my paper in university. It's not like, aha, ah yes, all according to plan. I will help Yoko now so that in the future I will ask Yoko for help in finding a job. No, that's not what you do. That's not what that's you shouldn't do that. Alright. And another thing I saw on Twitter, you did mention like designs, right? Designs of VTubers and people complaining, "Oh, you look so similar to mine." And again, I ask you people, and I'm pretty sure like Tia, you're not that into fighting games, right? But
I
are you
enjoy them, but
you
I'm
enjoy them?
bad.
Okay, but you are quite knowledgeable at least about fighting games, right?
Yeah.
Does Street Fighter, Guilty Gear, and King of Fighters look the same to you?
Um.
Don't worry,
mm,
any answer. There's no wrong answer here. I just want your thoughts.
that's okay.
So do the three of them look the same or very similar?
Uh, no, not really. But kinda. I mean, they have same stuff, but yes, I guess.
Hmm. See, so the fact that Tia even struggled to answer
Similar,
that,
not the same.
Similar, not the same. See, that's the problem. When people see similarity, they immediately equate it. Aha! It's the same. No, it's not. That's like saying, like, yeah, League of Legends and Dota are similar, yeah, but they're not the same game. I dare you to play League of Legends the way you play Dota. You're not. You're gonna get your ass whooped. As someone who has played Dota and League of Legends in the past, yeah, don't try it. Don't try to play Dota the way you play LoL, and don't try to play LoL the way you play Dota. It's not gonna work. But I can't deny that they look similar. So, whenever I see VTubers on Twitter, and just out of curiosity, I'm like, ooh, this VTuber looks cool. I want to see their model. Aha. Off-shoulder tech wear jacket with a very vibrant color. Like, okay, that's... that's a very common outfit. But even they know that they add certain elements to the jacket or to their outfit that makes them stand out as unique. I mean, whenever you go out, are you really going to complain that someone, hey, I'm self-aware? Mari, I wasn't even referring to you, but okay. But like, whenever you go out, are you really going to complain that someone is wearing a jacket similar to yours?
Can't believe you'd wear a jacket.
How dare you wear a jacket? How dare you wear a very comfortable shirt going out? And for those curious, here is Mariva. Just take a look at her model if you want to see. But I honestly wasn't referring to her here. But like, just about every VTuber there has the tech wear kind of theme, and that's pretty cool. I mean, who wouldn't want tech wear? Tech wear is cool. Tech wear is very cool. But the kinds of ideas people have for tech wear is really what blows me away.
Great.
They are great. And again, I like one thing I do like with Mariva's design is that again, the whole belts part and the tape, I'm like, wow, that's very, what's the word for it? That's very super dry of you. Very cool. So yeah, see, you can have very similar like concepts, very popular concepts, but you can still stand out. But again, it's just the internet being Indeed! It's just the internet being the internet and them drawing conclusions. Like, honestly, I'm just looking at your model right now and I cannot pick up from memory any model that looks similar to yours. Like, I'm really trying to, but I can't. But I'm pretty sure someone out there will probably call you out like, hey, you just copied from this VTuber. They go out of their way just to piss you off or just to insult you. Jesus Christ. But that is a topic for in the second part. Anyway, we are now in the intermission. Again, this part, and everyone in the chat, if you have any questions related to VTuber struggles or even VTubing in general, just leave them in the chat and we will tackle them for the next 6 minutes before we start part 2.
My model is not happy right now because I'm looking down at my phone to like respond to a text.
Oh, no
and every
problem.
time I look down, my eyes close.
Ah, no problem. It's okay. So yeah, part 2 is where the meat of the topic is really gonna start. So, yep.
Yep. Ba, ba, ba. Da, 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 da. Ba, da, da, da,
A
da,
question.
da,
Oh, we have a question from Chaos. Do VTubers sleep? I mean...
you cut out.
Oh. Chaos' question is, do VTubers sleep?
Sometimes. It's kind of like... if you're familiar with D&D, you know how the elves, they don't...
Ow. Mm-hmm. Uh-oh. You cut off again. Yeah, the elves?
how in...
Ow. Ow. Sorry.
Yeah, it's like that.
Sorry. You cut off after the elves and how they like blank.
They do not sleep. They just meditate.
Oh.
Yeah, that's how it is. I just kind of close my eyes for a little bit.
Okay, no problem. Let's see. Oh, you just close your eyes, but you're not really asleep. Wow. Let's see. I mean, I do sleep. I mean, it's the only reason why I'm able to go to class, work, workout, and then stream. It's because I can't sleep. As for getting enough sleep, that is a trick question. When is sleep ever enough? Actually, can I ask you that, Tia? Like, whenever you quote unquote sleep, like, how many hours of sleep do you get?
I get usually around like 8 hours, yeah.
8 hours? Wow, very healthy. Oh, Likila Absol has a question. What are your opinions about debut and graduating?
Um,
Okay, I'll start with this one. For debut, if you're in pre-debut for more than half a year or a year, I think you need to, uh, I think you need to push things forward. I think you need to push things forward if you're in pre-debut for like more than 6 months or more than a year. Something needs to happen. Like, there's nothing wrong with pre-debut, but once you reach like the 6 month mark, you can't help but wonder how long are you gonna be in pre-debut? Like, oof. And then for graduating, I think I think graduating should be final. Graduating should be a final thing.
yeah,
Like,
otherwise it's just an extended hiatus, you know?
yes, like if it's a hiatus or an indefinite hiatus, just call it an indefinite hiatus. Because you are essentially you are capitalizing on the emotional impact of, yeah, I'm graduating, and then all of a sudden, no, I'm coming back. No, that's not graduating. That is a hiatus. And yep, that's what
Yeah.
you should do. Like, if it's an indefinite hiatus because you need to take a break or you need to focus on some stuff, indefinite hiatus, right? Indefinite hiatus. But if you're really stopping, like, yeah, this journey is fun, but I think the journey has come to a close, then yeah, graduate. Graduate. I mean, just to give an example, when Kiryu Koko graduated, like, yeah, no more Kiryu Koko. It's yeah, Kiryu Koko is just done, graduating. No more.
Yeah, for sure. She's gone forever.
Yeah.
Not a trace left.
Yep. She spread her wings and gone to different pastures. So,
Hmm.
yep.
Not even on
And
the internet anymore.
yeah. Okay. How about you? What's your take on this?
Debut and graduation. Okay, so debut, I have myself down as pre-debut.
Mm-hmm.
And that is because I am not creating content on any kind of schedule or even like I wouldn't even consider streaming a part-time job
Mm-hmm.
because I do not commit the time or resources to it that one might for an actual like thing that they're doing. I don't call myself a debuted VTuber because I am not VTubing as anything other than a hobby.
Mm-hmm.
If and when it comes to a time where I can commit time and effort to actually producing consistent content, I would consider myself debuted. I would do a debut stream where I kind of get my shit all together.
Mm.
Um, but that has not happened, nor do I think it will happen maybe even within a year.
Mm.
Um, so debut is whatever you want to make it really. It's something that you do to kind of signal to your people that hey, I'm doing something. I'm expect changes and consistency and content from here on,
Mm.
and yeah, so
Yeah, that's basically the whole concept of debut. That you set something in stone. Like, I mean, you don't even need I would say for a debut, you don't even need a regular-ish schedule. You just need to give people like an idea. Like, yeah, I'll be streaming in the evening
or with a
for
debut.
yeah, like
And the reason I have not debuted is because I do not want to give people those expectations I will not be able to keep or make,
that's
or even
absolutely
any.
respectable, yeah.
Yeah. And so, then moving on to graduation, I think you kind of put it down pretty well. If you're graduating, you know, I wish you the best, but don't like graduate and then come back and then graduate and come back. If you do it once, that's understandable. Life changes. But if you do it several times and it becomes a pattern, you're
That's
kind of
just
sus.
clout.
You're just baiting engagement. You're doing the equivalent of, you
Emotional
know,
blackmail.
it's the same thing as the hey, male VTubers, drop your PNG, or oh my
Hmm.
god, I'm so shy. Aren't you guys shy? Drop,
Hmm.
reply if you're a shy VTuber. They are exploiting the environment and
Do you want
community.
do you want more followers and subscribers? Go to bigfollows.com.
Yeah, yeah. Is, is that a fact? I'll have to check that out.
But yeah, I took a peek at your Twitter, and yeah, you don't even say that pre-debut or anything. I mean, I guess it means you're in this how do I say it? You're in this
In between
step.
point.
Yeah, you're in this step where you're just starting to get your groove, and like you're trying to figure out, okay, what can I set, or what expectations can I set for people when I do debut? So you're not
And
exactly sporadic in your schedule, but you're not regular yet. So you're in
it's at least
between.
once a week, once every 7 days.
Yeah, I mean, when we did when we were scheduling this thing, the first time you told me, like, yeah, Yoko, here's my schedule. Like, holy
Mhm. Yep,
scheisse, this is a very tight schedule.
it is. Yes, I
Is
I work 2 jobs, like I said,
mm,
as well as freelance work, which is on my own schedule. Actually, I was momentarily distracted, I will admit, because one of my commissioners had messaged me.
that's okay.
Like it's just very much I always am doing something.
But again,
So
the fact that you're still getting 8 hours of sleep, good on you. Very good on you.
mm, I sometimes do it through naps. So like I'll do a 6 hour nap here, 4 hour nap here, and that's my 8 hours more or less.
Okay, dope.
Um, which it's healthy. It's healthy, I think.
Hmm.
If ever I started to feel like I couldn't handle things, I would take time off. I would fix my sleep schedule. I'm very big on like physical fitness, so I make sure that I'm working out
Yeah.
because for a while I was ill to the point where could not walk. I could not do anything.
Oh my god.
Uh, and that's only recently that like through physical therapy I've got that freedom back.
Thank God.
So I am very big on keeping my body in shape. So like that's like 2 hours a day that I spend working out.
Good on you.
Thank you.
I
I
mean,
I
after
just
the stream, I have a bike ride, then a quick break, and then my
hey.
regular stream. Okay,
As long as you're doing the normal human stuff,
of
there is another
course.
question
Hmm.
about do VTubers go outside? No, I don't. I walk to work and then I walk back.
Let's go biking. Totally, Murray. We should schedule it once in a while.
Yeah, I'm gonna bike over the ocean and hang out. It'll
Oh
be
yeah,
fun.
totally.
I'm still waiting for my friend to finish drawing my model. Don't be afraid to like message them.
Yeah.
Um,
Sometimes they
I
need you shouldn't pester them, but sometimes they need a little reminding.
yeah, they
It's
they
what
sometimes they need a poke, and you're well within your right to say, hey, how can I get like an update? How is everything?
yeah.
As long as you're polite and respectful, I don't think that anybody will get upset.
Yeah, I
Bike and
mean,
special. Oh, I forgot about Baiken. I was just slapping my desk. I hope they didn't go through my mic.
no, don't worry. Your model sort of reflected that though.
Yeah, I like leaned forward and smacked my desk. Yeah, I forgot Baiken was out.
And I guess just to add to that, that's exactly what I did to my artist. Like I didn't pester her, but I did remind her, not every day of course, but I did remind her like every weekend or so, like, yo, do you have an update regarding my model?
Yeah, and I think that's perfectly
It's within
fine
your
as
right,
long
because especially because thank God she did the full payment first before I work on it. Like that is a very safe way to protect your, like, you know, your transaction as an artist. Now a lot of
I
entitled
did half and half.
half and half. Okay, that's very generous of you. That's very generous of
Oh,
you.
well, 50% upfront and then the
After the
rest
draft,
on
fifty
completion.
percent. Yeah. Well, I did ask for a compromise. Like, can I give you 50% when I see the draft, and then the rest is like she's like, yeah, sure, of course. I'm like, ooh, God.
And I have another group of artists working on a different model, actually.
Nice.
Um, and they did it a little weird because two different people were working on it together, so I would pay each of them separately. So one of them did like the line art and the coloring, and the other person would finish the coloring and shading.
Mm.
Uh,
All right. That is the intermission. It's not part for the very serious business part of the
got
talk.
the heavy topic.
Yeah, the heavy topic. All right. Um, First off, what's your biggest fear as a VTuber slash streamer?
Um, for sure, my biggest fear has to be it's more like a group of fears.
Hmm.
One, I am afraid to you know, I don't really know quite what I could do, but betraying the trust of my audience in some way.
Mm, that's fair.
Um, and that's a pretty broad, kind of thing to say. But I don't really think I have to elaborate on it too much. It's just I'm afraid that maybe I will make a bad decision because I'm not perfect and I will never be forgiven for it.
Oh, I see.
Um,
That is a very understandable fear. I mean,
but
it.
that's
Mm,
kind of an if thing.
mm. Let's see. Okay, for me, one of my biggest fears as a VTuber or streamer, I would say getting caught in the middle of a big drama. I hate being put in that situation. Which is kind of weird because I would think that with all these talks I'm doing, some of the topics I thought I'd land myself in hot water, but so far, none. Thankfully. But yeah, like, definitely my biggest fear as a VTuber or streamer is somehow getting myself caught in some sort of drama. Because as someone who is not afraid to, like, uh, debate or discuss with other people, like, if someone's gonna call me out for something, I won't take it. I won't even take it against them. But if you have a problem with me and you call me out for it, I'm not gonna take it sitting down here. I'll stand up, I'll address it, and I'll confront it. But it doesn't mean I enjoy doing it. No, I'd rather avoid it. I hate conflict.
Another one that I've had to actually face and confront is supporting somebody who turns out to not be a good person, and this has happened a lot of
Ooh.
times.
Oof.
Supporting and helping build up somebody who does not deserve that, um, and will actually abuse that power that they gain
I
from.
think every gamer can relate to that, especially with certain AAA companies nowadays. Like getting sponsored or even just supporting a company. Ugh, my voice cracked. Supporting a company for a game and then they turn out, hey, guess what? We're introducing NFTs, baby! No. No. But yeah, I get that though. Like if you were to follow someone on Twitter or hell, they rated you, or yeah, let's say someone rated you, you rate them back, and then you tune into their stream, you're like, hey, they seem pretty nice. And then after a couple of weeks, you discover that they're in they're in this controversy or some sort, and you're like, oh my god. That is an understandable fear. And worse, you did say that you've experienced this? Yeah.
Several times, actually.
God, that sucks. If I could give you a pat on the head right now, I would give you a pat on the head. Oh, that is something no one should go through.
Yeah, so
But how did you deal with it?
I should be careful
Mm.
because these are people who, they do exist. I don't want to call people out. I don't want to say, in our Yoko, you fucking you need to be
Homophobe?
canceled right now. Yeah. You said some homophobic shit, and we need to cancel them right now. That's not the point of me talking about this.
Yeah, of course.
Because first of all, I don't know if the person's changed.
Mm.
They One thing that I think that people really don't acknowledge is that when people are called out and canceled, they might actually internalize what happened and change. It doesn't happen all the time. It usually doesn't happen.
Mm.
They assign blame and to someone else. Or they just know that they're
They're in the
rotten and
wrong.
disgusting,
Mm.
but they don't care because they know that they can get away with it again,
Yeah. Like,
and they don't need to change.
okay, I'll give an example, and
But
I'm painting a target on my back for saying this, but I don't care.
okay,
Just to give an example, look, I'm pretty sure you are aware about the Dream scandal in Minecraft when he
I
played
am
with a
not.
modded game.
I
Like,
am. I am. I am. Yeah.
okay, there you
I know
go,
about this one.
that one. Okay, so look, I cannot support Dream. I've never been a Dream fan or a supporter before.
Can't believe
Um,
it.
and I never will be, especially after this. But I am not some scumbag who would tell you guys, hey, Foxtrots, let's cancel this piece of shit. Send him death threats. Don't let him get away with the cheat. No, that's not what I'm about. No.
No.
He's already got the punishment from the speedrunning community and other content creators. That's already enough. If he wants
I
to
agree.
change, if he genuinely wants to change, that's on him. Anything he does will not change my mind about me supporting him. But generally, I'm like, please, not for my sake, or if anything, if you want to spite me, change.
Are
But
you
for
familiar with Matthew Santoros?
no, who is this?
So he is a Dead by Daylight content creator
Mm-hmm.
who used to be incredibly angry on stream.
Mm-hmm.
He was very toxic.
Mm-hmm.
He's a streamer.
Mm-hmm.
And so he would get so heated on stream. He would say awful things,
Mm-hmm.
and he got called out in a
Mm-hmm.
YouTube video,
Mm-hmm.
like a two-parter, I believe.
Ooh.
And because there's like a follow-up video, and then there's a third follow-up video where the guy said who made the video about him. He took both videos down, and he said the guy is doing a lot better. I've talked to him personally. He's realized that he needs a change, and he has changed. He's like, I've seen his streams both before and after,
Hmm.
and he's such like a happy, healthy guy
Good.
as compared to who he was now. And so yeah, people can change.
And again,
And
like, despite the whole
to
drama behind the Dream scandal, I still will not. I will not forgive
Oh
him
yeah,
for like lying and of course what his fans did, but I want Dream to clean up his act. Not for me, but for those that support him. Like, please, you owe it to your fans to be a better example, to be a better person.
yeah,
And again, like continuous toxic canceling and threats, that's not the way to go,
yeah. But
honestly.
back to just so we don't go off on a tangent too
Mm,
long. Back to my story, which that was all just a preface for it. You know,
mm,
people exist, people change, people do bad things. People grow. So um, the VTuber group, which I had alluded to previously,
mm.
it fell apart as VTuber groups are, as I have found out, more often likely to do. Um, so yeah, they were a group of friends who had a disagreement. They didn't all like each other, and
Mm-hmm.
they kind of splintered off into like two different groups, which then themselves kind of splintered off. And one of them I was a good friend of. But the context is I was moderator for two of these VTubers in this group.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and so, as it turns out, one of them was not a great person.
Oh,
At the end of the day, I'm not gonna get into exactly what happened
yeah, yeah,
and
yeah.
the
There's no
nitty
need for that.
gritty.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, they just yeah. Um, I don't agree with their decision making, and they made excuses for themselves, and it was red flag after red flag after red flag after red flag that I willfully ignored because I had already decided how I felt about this person.
Ah,
And
okay.
my decision, my what I thought was wrong. And it all kind of there's a straw that broke the camel's back, and the veil was lifted from my eyes, and I saw that the person was not who I thought they were. But I had moderated for their channel. I had tied their content to my content. I had
Uh,
there was fallout for sure.
okay.
It was not public, because
Thankfully.
we handled things like adults, and I commend them for that.
Good.
Um, but it did happen. And then there was another person who I have yet to actually like confront them, and I don't think I ever will, just because I think what I can do, I can do more than that. Um, who knows? Maybe someday I'll actually expose them, but as of right now, I am just trying to keep them from possibly doing anything worse. But because I don't have the proof for it, I can't put them in jail. But they're doing things that people do online to vulnerable people, um, where again, I'm not. This is very heavy, but grooming, um,
Oh,
and
yeah.
so
Fuck.
I I have a little bit of evidence that they are doing that, and so I am within their community, paying attention to which viewers they are getting close to,
Oh boy.
and so yeah, it's one of those things where they seem like such a good person, and I don't understand what would make somebody do that. And yeah, obviously I'm trying to be as vague as possible.
Yeah, yeah, understandable, understandable. We're not here to clout chase or anything. We're not here to expose
Yeah,
anyone.
we're not. No.
We're just here to share about what we've experienced and bring to light that yeah, this is the thing. Okay, because there are things that happen behind the scenes that not many do know, but I feel that we should be aware that this does happen.
Yeah.
Like, of course, it's not our responsibility. We're not we're not the freaking Avengers. We're not gonna sweep. We're not gonna swoop in and resolve it. No, that's not. That's not what we're here for. We're just
Yeah,
here to
but
acknowledge that
it's
it does happen, and
yeah, but
that
my
yeah.
biggest fear is that yeah, that'll happen again. I will make another, you know, judgment call that yeah, this person is somebody I can trust. This is somebody that I can support, and I am afraid that I will be wrong again, and that I will support another person who does not deserve and has not earned that trust and support.
Understandable.
Um,
Well, if it's any assurance, I can at least guarantee you that I won't betray your trust.
I know. That's why, I think I'm a better judge of character now than I was, because this was a good bit ago. This was a year ago,
Mm.
when I had started streaming. Um, though it's kind of been protracted across, last year.
Mhm. Okay, that's good. I did not know that. Okay. Whew.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, that's heavy stuff, but okay. Okay, not gonna lie, I'm glad I know that that's a thing, but holy shit, that is actually a thing. Damn, that's scary. Okay, next. In your opinion, what is the most troublesome, widespread issue plaguing VTubers right now?
Uh, um, I think the main thing is what we talked about earlier with the community being very competitive
Mm-hmm.
and and you know um ju-
Um, the what now?
they're I said predating as in they're a pool of piranhas cannibalizing each other. They just very competitive with each other.
Oh, okay.
Um,
Anything to add to that?
there's that issue obviously, but if I had to expand on something else or introduce a new topic, um, I think, and again, this might not be a big, this might just be like a not making original or interesting content, and that's very much an opinion thing. And I'm never gonna say to somebody's face, "Hey, your content is bad. Yours, it's unoriginal. I'm not enjoying it," because they're not fucking asking for my opinion. But I do feel like a lot of people are just not you, in my opinion, again, this is all my opinion, hot take.
Mm.
You can't just switch on a game and play it and say, yes, I am making interesting stream content.
Mm.
Because there has to be some level of something. It doesn't matter if you are doing voices or you're playing a character or if you are just trying to make a specific type of content. As long as there's intent there.
Ah,
But
yeah.
if you're just doing whatever, you can totally do that, honestly. I do that sometimes. But when I see somebody doing it, I don't know. I feel like they are quote unquote doing it wrong, and I don't like that I have those thoughts, but I do.
Oh,
And I
that's
think
only
that a
fair.
lot of the time, again, it's I'm being very self-aware of my thoughts. Basically, I know this isn't constructive, but I do feel this way about a lot of content. Or like there are streamers who I will go into their stream, and they'll have like 9 or 10 people, and I'm thinking, oh, maybe I'll meet a new person here. There's not a lot of people in our chat. Maybe I'll chat a lot and, get a conversation going, and maybe that will help them engage with their chat. And I'll do that, and they do not engage. They like might respond to one or two, and it's kind of just like, as a streamer, I know if I have one really chatty person in chat, I am so thankful and I am very glad because I can bandy off of that. I can get some kind of narrative going between me and the chat. I can work with that.
Same. You want someone in chat you can just bounce off something, anything with.
Anything, give me anything to work with, chat,
Mm.
and then I will go and I'll try to give that to them. And again, it's kind of like, I'm doing so much for you. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, I see people who are not putting in that effort, and it upsets me. And I feel like maybe that's just like a stream-wide thing where there are people who just turn on the game and play. And, but it's about putting in that effort for streaming.
I understand.
And it upsets me seeing that because there are all these people with such cool characters and maybe even interesting lore, and then their streams are not
Engaging.
good. Yes. I honestly wish I had people who engaged. Yeah, that's why I like smaller streamers, because they do, as a chatter, I enjoy having that engagement with the streamer, and the streamer enjoys having that engagement in general. Usually enjoys having that engagement with their chat or having somebody to engage with. So it's not just them playing the game. So sometimes the streamer forgets when someone comes in. That's fair. That is incredibly valid.
Yep.
That's actually why I have TTS on, because if I'm having a slow night and someone comes in and says something, I will hear the TTS. I'm also guilty of that a lot. Again, you're valid. You're valid. It's when
It's totally fair.
they see that chat, or when they do have other people actively chatting and they do not engage with it at all, that upsets me, because in some part of my mind, I'm like, you don't even deserve to have those 4 people lurking on you. You're not putting in the effort. And again, it's very toxic of me, honestly, on
Well,
some level, to have these.
I wouldn't say
I
toxic,
still
but
don't think that it's constructive. It's not constructive, because people are gonna do what they're gonna do, and if it's working, they should go for it. Keep doing what you're doing. People who like you will find you. But the thing is that people will not like that content in general. You know, yeah. I don't know. That's one of the big problems,
I
I
totally
suppose.
get it. I totally get it.
Yeah.
I wouldn't
I
say
hope I.
that's.
No, go on, go on.
I wouldn't say that's toxic. I don't think that's the word I'd use for that. But I mean, it's very much fair. Like when you see something that bothers you, or when you see something that you can correct, you're in this conundrum where if I try to correct this person, I'll look like an ass. But if I don't correct them, they might be doomed to making this mistake over and over again.
I'm allowed to have these thoughts. It's when I force these opinions on other
Yeah,
people,
yeah,
right?
yeah. Like
Or I give
these
them without
thoughts,
people asking.
these thoughts will just dwell in you for free. But the moment you speak them out, that's when it can be a problem, and it's not even necessarily your fault.
Yeah.
And it just sucks that when people take it the wrong way, and in turn you're like, I genuinely wanted to help you.
Yeah. If someone asks me for feedback, I can give them honest and constructive feedback. It's just that, obviously they're not asking for it, so I just kind of have to keep it to myself. And I feel like there's also a problem with that within the community, where
Taking feedback.
people are not asking for people are giving feedback without people having like asking for feedback. So
Oh,
I will give you an example of Twitter drama I saw.
sure.
So there was a VTuber who said something along the lines of like, in a tweet, I'm so tired of people male VTubers with buff models having squeaky voices or having high-pitched voices.
The fuck?
Because basically what they're saying is that they don't like it when they see people who have models that don't match their voices.
Voice.
And so
Oh
they
boy.
obviously, as Twitter does, they got lambasted. They got, pile drives.
Yep, they got
They
piled
got
on
fucking,
really bad.
they got, double fisted by the internet.
And,
So,
and just
um,
for clarification, I disagree with that take.
yeah,
But I would have
of course.
shared
It's
my piece on that very constructively.
it's a very bad faith take that
Hmm.
people with these models are doing it because they think that they fit that. Maybe it's just the character that they want to play. And,
Exactly.
instead of taking the content as is, they're saying that there's something wrong with the content. Which,
I
if you do it, just say it's not for you. Move on. Shut the fuck
hmm.
up. You don't need to
I
give other people rude opinions.
I can share a similar experience I did experience a couple of months back.
Oh,
So
go on.
okay. So as all of you know, my model is very androgynous. Like
Hmm.
it's quite difficult to ascertain. If you didn't hear me speak, it's quite difficult to ascertain what exactly my character is, a boy or a girl. And thing is, that's precisely the design that I was after. When I asked my artist to design my character, like I told her that the key element here is that my character should look androgynous. And she's like, okay, got you. So in one of my streams earlier, like I think this was around September or October. So someone dropped by in chat and they said, can you be my virtual girlfriend? I'll cry if you say no. And I was just in the middle of speaking. I didn't even read it yet. But when the moment I took a peek at the chat just to, again, like I do check chat. I may miss some of your messages when I'm focused in games, especially FF14, but I do read chat. So
You
that
do.
time I'm
I,
like, okay, and like, okay, what's new in chat? I see that before I can even comment or like tell them, I'm a guy. They're like, never mind, I thought you were a girl, and then they left. I'm like,
oh my god.
wow, 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 wee wah.
Unfortunately, that is how it is sometimes.
Yeah, that is how it is indeed sometimes. But my god, like, I'm not even offended by the fact that I thought you were a guy. No, I find that hilarious. The fact that you just walked into my chat and say, can you be my virtual girlfriend? I'm like, one, I don't know you. Two, who are you? And three, the audacity of this bitch.
It's too late. I'm sorry, chat. I've already asked Inari to be my VTuber girlfriend, and she said yes. I'm sorry.
Damn it.
Um, but
God, like I think that's really it. Like if I were to add, like I think it's quite similar. I think the thing plaguing VTubers nowadays is definitely the audacity of people that just go into
the
their chat.
audacity. That's exactly what it is.
Yeah, the audacity to like say anything in chat. Like what the heck? I mean,
Hello, Dip and Blue.
I
Um,
mean, I did read on Twitter once that someone was totally turned off from streaming because somebody went into chat and said, "Wow, this chat's fucking dead." I'm like,
oh yeah, that's again.
you think they're not aware of that? Jesus Christ.
Yeah, nobody asked. I feel that on a spiritual level.
Like, I'm pretty like if there's one thing I will assume things for the better, not for the worse. So when I see a chat that's not engaging at all, the first thing I'll assume is not that the chat's dead, but I'm assuming that okay, I think that streamer is trying to engage chat, but um not engaging with what chat wants, question mark. I'm not entirely sure. But yeah, I'm just like the audacity. Like Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll just go into this chat, say it's dead, and then leave. I'll just go into this feminine-looking VTuber's chat, ask her to be my girlfriend. Oh wait, he's a guy. I'm out. Bye. I'm like, first
I
off,
have
why?
three things.
Oh, go ahead, share.
One, I have a friend who is a femboy VTuber, and he has like a running joke on his channel that people will come in and be like, like, are you a girl? Are you a boy?
Hmm.
And whenever he reads a message like that, he'll laugh and say, "Got him!"
Got him. Yeah.
like um,
Actually, one
which
of
I find it
my
funny.
yeah.
It's entertaining. And it's like a community joke because everybody knows that, he is a guy, just he's a very feminine man. Uh, but also I have people who come into my chat at times. This has happened very rarely, but it does happen where people will come in and they'll be like, they'll say trap question mark or something like that,
Oh.
which in my channel FAQ, I have that's actually in the FAQ. Are you a
Hmm.
trap? Are you a femboy? No, I am a trans woman. Please respect it. And I've gotten hate here and there. I've got people who've harassed me,
I know. I've
or
seen it.
have yes.
I've
You've
seen it.
actually mentioned that
It's
to me when you're
very
talking about
It's
topics.
very fucking ugly, guys. I'll just mention it here. The amount of I wouldn't say even the amount, but the kinds of messages that Tia does get from these pricks, they are bad. They are really bad. Like internet standards, like yeah, that is bad, but
It could be worse.
it could be worse. But for like internet, like yeah, definitely could be worse. But my god, it's
It's
so fucking
you really
disgusting.
do. I'm blessed to have as thick skin as I do to
Hmm.
this kind of thing. It just does not hurt me because I am just very disconnected from people's opinions of me. If say one of my close friends said something like that to me, I would be devastated. I would
Hmm.
be an emotional wreck. But if I had
Some
if
random Andy just
like even like someone like you who I care about,
hmm.
but like at the end of the day, I am not invested in our relationship to the degree that I would be destroyed. I just am very used to people, you know, not always being the best, and I'm it's I guess I just slowly form attachments,
Mm,
and I don't care what people think of me. I don't care if people, you know, say this about me behind my back, as long as they aren't my friend or somebody that I care about, because at the end of the day, it's a screen and it's words on my screen, and I can reach forward and turn off my monitor and go read a book.
true.
Their words aren't hurting me,
Well, I must
and
confess, the only thing I've said behind your back is how wholesome you are as a streamer. I won't talk shit behind your back, but I'll talk good shit about you behind your back.
I appreciate you, Inari.
The audacity of Tia, my god, why is she so fucking wholesome? Jesus Christ!
Can't
I,
believe you
I,
would talk about me like that.
I can't
I
believe this! Tia is so good at freaking Dead by Daylight, oh my god! Why are people following her? It's probably because she's actually a good, wholesome streamer. Duh.
I try to be as good a person as I am as possible, but there's always and something you should always, remember is that when on stream, people are only showing you a fraction of who they are.
Absolutely.
Um, and with my stream, it's very much a what you see is what you get. This is normally how I am, but it's not it's not fake. It's just not all of me,
That's fair.
and because people are never what they seem at the first look, and sometimes that's a good thing. It means they're even more. They not only are they, this wholesome person who cares, and has these life experiences that's helped them grow, but you also learn, oh, they also do this in their free time. Like I had a friend who I lost to they struggle with depression, and eventually they, you know, made a decision that they couldn't undo. And when that happened, I be able to work as a like a mental health helpline, like those
Mm,
numbers that you can call.
mm.
And I volunteered there a while because I didn't want other people to lose friends like that. And
My sincerest condolences, by the way.
thank you. This was quite a while ago, but I feel like it did very much impact kind
Mm,
of my. You have to remember that every single name and every name on the screen, every message, and their own experiences, and you really have to internalize that. You have to remember at all times there is a person there.
mm.
There is a person,
Yep.
and what you say to them, that is a person.
Yeah.
You can hurt them. You have, and that's something that has always been important to me. That I have the power to lift people up, or I have the power. I always am careful of what I say and do.
Mm.
And I feel like that's a part of being a content creator, but especially a VTuber, where people idolize you and they look up to you because you are. People will remember you, and when you're streaming, you always have to remember that there are people who are watching you that you are affecting,
Yeah.
even in small ways.
Yep.
I got off
And
on a little tangent there.
no, it's okay. It was a good tangent. And
Thank you.
honestly, as someone who's been bullied practically the entirety of grade school and high school, yeah, words can hurt a lot more than physical bullying. Because, like, a bruise will heal, but a really sharp insult will leave a scar that just never heals, in my opinion.
Yeah,
And
if
again,
they
I am
poke
sick
at
and
an
I'm
insecurity,
sick and tired of people saying it's just a joke. No, 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 no. You don't get to say it's joke when the person you insulted says it fucking hurts.
it's what's called what is it? What is it? What's the guy with the cat that's both a dead and alive? Schrodinger.
Oh,
Schrodinger.
Schrodinger's, yeah. Wait, Schrodinger's
They
what?
Schrodinger's douchebag.
Oh,
So, so Schrodinger's theory is like if you have a cat in a box with like deadly chemicals and you shake it around and you don't know if it broke or not, the cat is both dead and alive until
hmm,
proven. It's Schrodinger's douchebag. They tell a joke and they see how people react to it. And so basically, if people react poorly to it, they're like, "Hey, it's just a joke." But if people react to it and they're like, "Ha ha ha, funny," then they say, "Ha ha, yeah, I'm funny," or like, no, that's not quite right. So they'll insult somebody, and if people react to it well, they'll either way, they try to make themselves look out as nice, basically. I didn't explain that.
yeah, yeah.
Picking up energy here. I'm
Wait,
gonna drink some water
same here.
so
Give me a
I can
sec.
get a word in.
Yep, hang on, geek. I'm gonna refund you for Pecco mode. I should have turned that off. But yeah, I'm not
Echo
gonna,
mode.
yeah, where I say Pecco at the end of every sentence. I'm not gonna do that here. It's gonna,
Nah, go.
no, 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 no. Like, I mean, normally I would, but
It would be
oops,
cute.
ow. But like, uh, yeah. Because of the whole nature of the talk, if I keep saying Pecco at the end of the sentence, I think it will rob the integrity of the talk. Because it is a fairly serious
Go
topic,
mode
and I
for
wanna,
him.
yeah, so I wanna keep
You know
it
what I mean,
that way.
Echo?
So, so I just like I refunded Geek for the points.
I know. I'm just teasing you.
Mm. But honestly, back on the topic.
Of course. Yeah.
Oh.
I get off on tangents. I hope you can keep me in check at any time. Tell me, just Tia, shut up, let me talk. 'Cause
Lol. No, it's alright.
I will continue to talk and go off on tangents and tell you a whole story.
No, it's alright. It's good. But yeah,
Um,
it just sucks whenever I see um VTubers share like a really bad experience. And the first thing that comes to mind, I'm like, oh my god, Sasuga, people on the internet, the embodiment of the worst and best aspects of the human being. My god, it really sucks. And again, like, I wish it was a very rare occurrence, but I think if I check my Twitter feed every day, I'll come across one or two posts where there's just this really bad experience that someone is going through. And I'm like, oh my god, not this again.
yeah.
It really sucks.
Talking tangents is the best. My brain goes 100 miles an hour and my mouth goes 90, so I can only barely keep up with myself sometimes.
Mode. Alright, next question. What are the worst experiences you've seen other VTubers share or deal with? Ooh, we can even
Oh boy.
we can share our own here as well.
Yeah, so the worst for me has to be my voice is struggling. The worst for me has to be yeah, that's a tough one. Obviously I could say, you know, my experiences with the people that I had mentioned earlier. I'm trying to think how much I should say. Already on episode 12 of Shrine Talk? Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we are on episode 12.
That's actually really impressive.
Well,
That's
I
really
do
impressive.
do this on the regular, at least one or two episodes per month.
It's still impressive.
Thank you.
You should be proud of yourself.
I am.
Good. You should be, you little nerd. Yeah, you're doing great. My worst experiences. For sure, I've gotten a lot of hate. That's you know impacted me negatively, and I kind of do. It does really depend on how I'm feeling. If I'm in a position to be affected by hate, you know, like those hate messages, either they just bounce off me, and I'm like, okay, yeah, I don't care. I have people who you know care about me, and you know will tell me that that's not true, and there's a million other people who aren't you that I care about the opinion of. And so, but then I could also just be really depressed and, you know, in a position where that sort of thing is just going to reinforce how I'm already feeling.
That's fair.
But I don't know. I don't really think I've had any horrible experiences. Oh, actually, I have one terrible experience.
Oh, okay.
So there is a Twitch partner who will go unnamed that I played Dead by Daylight with. We got like the same game. So I was killer, they were survivor. And so we were playing and I killed one of their friends they were streaming with. And so I went into their stream afterwards to go, hey, good game, you did really well here. Good luck on your next game. And they got incredibly.
No.
They were so salty.
I knew it.
Because they said that I tunneled. And so.
Tunneled?
You know,
how?
Yeah, tunneled. So in Dead by Daylight, you know, if you go for just one person.
Yeah. I know what tunneling is.
Yeah.
Like
so what
all
I
of your
did was
attention is just like almost illogically diverted on one thing. That's tunneling.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Were they
okay, go on.
Filipino? I don't believe she was, but I don't know.
Yeek! I like how you immediately went there.
Apparently Filipino streamers are toxic.
Yes,
Filipino
we are very toxic. Putang ina, I have no idea how salty we get. There you go.
I believe you. I believe you. But I'll take your word for it, honestly. I only know one other Filipino streamer, and she's the sweetest little goblin you'll ever meet. But
Do you wanna give this streamer a shout out?
she streams on YouTube.
Oh,
Um,
but either way, I don't mind sharing it here, or
I would need to look it up. It's
or just
uh,
share the name on the chat.
Arian.
Area.
I put in your chat. Yeah, she actually made my model.
Oh.
But she is a Filipino streamer.
Arian Osamu channel.
Yep. That's her.
Oh. Ooh.
Yeah, she is a sweetheart. She's kind of a shit poster, but she is a sweetheart.
Of course, she's a shit poster. She's Filipino. We live and breathe shit posts.
But oh gosh, where was it going with? Oh yeah. So I'm a trapper main. I play trapper. So I had traps around the hook. And so basically someone else got them off the hook, and the person fresh off the hook stepped in a trap.
Yep.
So I went and I got them off the trap and put them back on the hook where they belong.
Yeah. Whenever I watch you and Evie play, like, yeah, you guys are really smart with how you play.
Yeah. Because even if they have borrowed time, they can still step in traps. You just need to wait out the timer while they're on the trap. Because that will still tick down. So they'll have like the 16 seconds where they have borrowed time up. If they step in it, you wait 16 seconds, and then you hit them, they'll go down. Or you can just pick them up off the trap and wait and not need to worry about waiting out the timer. But yeah, so I played really smart.
You went into their chat, you said GG, they got salty.
And they still got the escape. It was a 3K. They were the only one who got out, and they were like teabagging exit gate, like they do. So yeah, it sure was a game. But they were incredibly toxic, and then they went to my channel on stream.
And then bashed you on your stream, didn't you?
And they bashed me on their stream.
How'd your chat take it?
I did not actually pull up their stream on my stream. I was on my phone. So my chat didn't know that it was happening. All I said was, oh, this person's hella toxic. And then, I moved on. And I didn't have much of a chat at the time. I had like a handful of people who kind of lurked. I had maybe like 1 or 2 active chatters. Which, that's how it is sometimes with my streams now. Anyway, but yeah. So I was smaller, and I got attacked on stream by a larger streamer.
A partner streamer, not just a larger streamer. A partner streamer. Imagine shitting on a smaller streamer.
I felt so powerless there because they're big, and they have this big group of people who all didn't like me now because someone else told them that they shouldn't like me. I felt helpless, I felt embarrassed, I felt, humiliated, and, it wasn't that bad, because they moved on, but it still felt really, really garbage, because, again, it was just, in moments like that, that's the weakness for the bigger streamers usually. What's that? When they're toxic? Or that they are toxic. Then I totally go out and make their games hell. I mean, super wholesome experiences.
In my opinion, though, if someone were to do that, if a if a partner streamer went to my chat just to shit talk me, I'd be
They
like,
weren't in my chat though.
oh,
I went to their stream and they were shit talking me on their stream.
oh. Well, either way, if they were doing that and I know that I'm not in the wrong, I'm just like, okay.
Yeah.
But it does. I do understand why that would really suck. But yeah,
Yeah.
this really dangerous obsession of um like I don't even know how many of like again, I don't know who this partner is. But I can just imagine, I don't know how many of the followers or active chatters in their stream actually follows them quite loyally. But my god, the obsession to just gain approval or to like, yeah, I agree with you on this, so I'm gonna tell others to shit on this smaller streamer because you shit on them. I'm like,
Yeah.
man, okay, what next? Are you gonna tattoo the name of the partner streamer on some part of your body as well? Yay! I support. I follow you. I'm loyal. Partner Strummer. Isn't
Raid
raid
bullying
bullying against
against you.
TOS? Oh boy, are we talking?
That's the thing. That's the thing. They didn't raid bully me. It's just that
They
they talked
didn't.
mad
They
shit.
talked.
They
Yeah.
insulted me. They were transphobic, all on stream.
Whoa, wait, shit. They weren't just talking shit. They were being transphobic also.
Oh yeah.
Okay. That's already crossing the line. Okay.
Yeah,
Fuck them.
but Twitch likes their partners.
Yep. At first, I'm
Uh,
like, okay, they just feel insecure that this tiny non-partner strummer just
listen,
like yeah just
at the end of the
3K'd them, and I'm
day,
just like, the moment you said, oh, they were being transphobic in chat, I'm like, oh boy, you've crossed the line. That's not even funny. Holy shit.
yeah, at the end of the day, I'm the better gamer. Lamau, good game. But
Absolutely.
at the time, it did really upset me because again, I felt humiliated on a public forum with hundreds of people there. You know,
I'll
I
bet they even accused you of like signal boosting or clout chasing just because it's a partner streamer.
nah, they didn't do that.
Oh, wow. Some decency. But still transphobic, so fuck them.
I ordered food and they just dropped it off. I'm gonna go grab that and also go to the bathroom.
Ah, no problem.
I'm just gonna dip out for like 5 minutes.
Oh, yeah, no problem.
You chat with Chad and do your thing. I'll be
Yep.
right back.
Yeah, I'm gonna share my thoughts on worst experiences I've seen other VTubers deal with. Well, personally, the worst thing I've experienced for sure. Share your thoughts. Not that kind of thought, Maniki. Jesus Christ. Yeah, let me give you a shout out as well. Speaking of which, how is Japan land? How's the weather? But yeah, let's see. Worst experience I probably experienced was, yeah, somebody just blatantly went into my chat and messaged. I'm pretty sure Chaos was there. Chaos was there. Chaos saw it. And basically, this guy just said, "Can you be my virtual girlfriend? Can you be my virtual girlfriend? I'll cry if you say no." And before I could answer, like they said, "Oh, you're a guy. Never mind. I thought you were a girl." I was just laughing at that part when they said, "I thought you were a girl." But what took me off guard was the fact that they said, "Will you be my virtual girlfriend?" That's literally the first thing that they said. Not even a hi. Not even a hello or first time or no whatever. Like hi, not even a greeting or this this fucker didn't have the decency of a basic aisatsu. No, they're just like, yeah, I'm just gonna drop in the chat and ask this strummer to be my virtual girlfriend. Like, whatever. I'm like, what the fuck? That is what caught me off guard more than anything. It wasn't even the yeah, I thought you were a girl part. Like, okay, I can laugh at that. But my god, the audacity to just go into the chat. Yeah, can you be my virtual girlfriend? I'll cry if you say no. And then I was reading something, or I think I was talking to someone else in chat. Then after I was done saying whatever I was saying in chat, I checked chat again. I saw his message. I was gonna read it. And then, ow. And then the last message that guy left was, never mind, I thought you were a girl. I'm like, Lamau! Huh. I don't know why people do that. We are in the 21st century and people putting down, ow, emotional toxicity and complications is not right. I really do hope that everyone who's ever have the strength. True. But yeah, like, funny thing is, I did give these two a shout out a while ago, but would you guys know that Celio and Soli, I think, if I recall correctly, they both thought I was a girl.
I think your model matches you perfectly.
Wait, what do you mean matches me perfectly?
I just think it's a good representation of who you are.
Oh, thank you.
When I see that, I see your model, I'm like, oh, this character looks very friendly. They look like, you know, someone I would like to just hang out with. They seem very chill, and I feel like it all kind of just matches you. Because
Well,
you're
thank
very
you.
chill.
Thank you. You're making
You're
me
very friendly.
you're making me blush over here. Thank you. Wait. Yoko has my Kuya's hair and clothes style. Did you really have to use the word Kuya for fuck's sake, Sky?
Yoko isn't friendly when he plays Guilty Gear. That's fair. That's fair.
It's a fighting game. I want people to get better.
Yeah, just play better, Lamau.
I can't comment on your model because of her history. Yeah, Maniki. I don't worry. I totally understand. Yes, Kuya Yoko. Sky! No! No! Sky! Don't call me that! Oh my god! No! Jesus. No! No! Oh my god! No! Everyone's gonna call me Kuya Yoko!
What does Kuya mean?
Ah! Ang ina. Shit! Damn it!
Hey.
Now it's a thing! Fuck! Now it's a thing!
Yeah, can one of the people who are in on the joke explain it for me?
I'll explain.
I'm incredibly thick-headed.
No, it's
literally
okay.
just a rock.
I'll explain.
Kuya, elder brother. Oh, it's Tagalog Uni-chan. Oh, that's adorable.
Kuya Yoko. No! It sounds so weird in my head! Oh.
What if we just combine it into one word? Kuyoko.
Kuyoko.
Is that better or worse?
I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, Kuyoko.
Oh my god! I did not imagine a term. But we were just supposed to talk about VTuber Struggles. Why?
Listen, it's a normal streamer experience to have chat bully, you know?
Yeah, totally. God damn. Okay, worst experience. Okay, I think I should share this with Tia. Okay, funny thing.
Drinking a bubbly.
Oh my god, Kuya. Sophisticated Tagalog. Oh my god, do I really have to bring up the sophisticated Tagalog? Oh my god. Shit, that means I'd have to translate just about everything I said. Fine, for 5 minutes. Okay. Sasabihin ko kay Ate Tia kung ano yung pinaka-worst na experience ko bilang isang VTuber. So basically what I just said, I'm gonna tell Miss Tia my worst experience as a VTuber. Okay, let's see. What day is today? It's Monday. Ngayong Lunes, Pebrero 7, putang ina yung lahat. Today Monday, Feb 7, you fuckers. Binuli ako ng chat at binigay ako ng putang inang nickname na Kuya Yoko. Mga gago kayo. Shit. Alright, what I just said basically is that my chat bullied me and gave me a really bad nickname. Big Brother Yoko. In English, there's nothing wrong with it, but Jesus Christ, in Tagalog, Kuya Yoko, no. Oh my god. Well, I can say that this is the best and worst experience, I guess. We can't let quit you. The funny part is that I'm not even going to like ban anyone who calls me Kuya Yoko. Fuck. There's nothing intrinsically wrong about it. Wala namang problema yung tang-inang nickname na Kuya Yoko, so bahala kayo. Pwede mo akong tawagan Kuya Yoko, sige. Wala akong problema dyan. Look, okay, sorry. Well, that's pretty much, yeah. That's pretty much like I would say is my worst experience as a VTuber. Maybe this hydrate is for the both of you. Thank you, Ivy. Thank you. Salamat. Salamat sa aking napaka-cute na sister. Thank you, Ivy. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, next question. So, while memes are generally funny, they can cross the line and, you know, sometimes they are a bit uncomfortable and just downright insulting. Have you encountered this before?
Real quick, hey Hippie, I love you, girl. I love Hippie. Hippie's great.
Yes.
So memes. I feel like I just have problem with a lot of VTuber memes in general. And again, this is gonna be where I say my thoughts are not correct. These are my opinions. This is just how I feel. I'm not gonna like go around sharing these thoughts anywhere else. Because it's just, I'm being completely honest. I think that a lot of the VTuber memes where it's like you know the meme where it was like with the Starbucks uniform and it was like breast milk, sorry, breast milk, sorry, breast milk, sorry.
Wait, what?
You know that one?
I don't know that meme.
I'd like a latte with breast milk. I'm sorry, I mean breast milk. You know? You don't know that meme?
Oh my god, I don't know the meme, but I'm glad I don't know it because holy shit, I don't find that funny at all. Holy shit.
Well, no, it was like it's like literally everybody had that meme where it's like they basically took this asset of a Starbucks apron and put it on their model and had that text there, and that's the joke.
Oh my.
That's the joke. That is the entire joke, which to me, you know, regardless of if you find it funny, it was a little funny. Yeah, it was like the mommy, sorry, mommy, sorry, mommy, sorry. It's basically just like that, but a repeat with different words. And so it was a meme that it was. I have a feeling you probably didn't know about it because it was just like only kind of like the horny VTubers were doing it, and it was just kind of. It was. You don't know the meme? Yeah. See, everybody here probably knows about it, but it was a mad joke. But everybody was doing it, and that's how memes, kind of quotation mark memes, kind of work with the VTuber community. One person does something, and then everybody makes their own version of it. Or it's like the meme where it's like you know the meme with the guy who has his hand up, like no, like the Drake meme. You know the Drake meme?
Yeah,
has his hand up. It's like when someone does this, and then when it does this, and he's happy in the second one.
Yeah,
you know,
I remember.
People will make their own version of that with their VTuber model, and everybody does it, and it's the same joke. It's like, or it's like the meme where it's like the guy, he looks like more and more excited each time. With each frame, where it's like and it's always copy and paste, very cookie cutter. Yes, Sky, you are objectively, in my opinion, you are right.
My hot take is like a lot of the memes and VTuber communities kind of just copy and paste. Yeah,
it's just they're telling the same joke, but it's or the same meme, or the same relatable haha funny, but with their own model. Like for example, there's the meme where it's like the guy who's getting more and more excited with each frame. So the first frame, it's like, you follow a VTuber. And the second frame is
Oh, the
like,
Vince McMahon meme.
yeah. And then it's like they follow you back, and he's even more excited. And it's like they DM you, and they get even more excited. And it's like everybody's made that meme because it's like, haha, it's relatable. And it's like, that's not funny. And first of all, that's not my fucking reaction. If someone follows me, I'm like, oh, cool. Pog, it's Twitter. Uh, it's so boring. Yes, exactly. It's not even funny. It's not even engaging content. It's
Hmm.
just, I scroll past it and roll my eyes. And I dislike those memes within the community because it's not a meme. It's literally, hey, look at me. I am a relatable VTuber, fellow VTubers. I feel like the
I
market
mean,
for VTuber content is mostly other VTubers sometimes,
yeah.
or like the pre-debut VTuber. And so what they're trying to do is they're trying to appeal to other people who are nervous becoming VTubers.
I mean, I've seen funnier trade offer memes of VTubers than the ones you've just
Those can
mentioned.
be funny.
Yeah, the
Those can be
trade offer
funny.
ones can be funny because the funny thing about trade offers is that you have to be creative for it to be funny.
Yeah,
It's not intrinsically funny. Like I guess with the mommy, sorry. No, I think that's intrinsically funny. Like you
to
already
a
get
degree,
it.
yeah.
But the trade offer, you have to get creative with how it can be funny. And I
Okay,
guess that's
so
why when it's very cookie cutter, I'm like,
you
wow,
receive to be
ow.
a Yoko, you receive Yeats. So if Inari is a fox, does that make him our little fox champ?
What?
Yeah, you're fine, Inari. I guess you are my little fox champ. Come here. What's wrong? I don't.
Um, I,
Oh, he's. Oh, you're coming here. Okay, here.
I
I'll
mean,
meet you in the middle.
I'm just gonna put this face on because I'm like, no one has called me that before.
Yeah, but my little fox champ. But yeah, see, that's where you can make creative and funny jokes, like fox champ, because you're just combining an existing meme with something that fits your brand,
Hmm.
and and I just feel like people aren't engaging with that. They're going like trade offer, and Tia calls the Nari my little fox champ. Nari gets. Yeah, originality is running dry, and it shows that within the memes because everybody is making the same joke and it's not funny. And that's my gripe, and that's all an opinion. I know there will be people, even if you agree with my opinions, just it is an opinion.
Yeah, and I
There
mean,
are people
straight
who
up,
are perfectly happy
Tia
with
didn't even say
how
that they're
things are.
not. Oh, hiccup. Sorry. I mean, Tia even said, Tia said that said that it's not like they're not funny. Like, yeah, they are funny, but it's not It's like creatively, like, it has no substance, so to speak.
Yeah, you got I got right in actually, and I'm really happy about it. But yeah, like we are not the same. Yeah, you're up until this time because you live in the Philippines. I'm up at this time because I have a shitty sleep schedule. We are not the same, Inari.
That I can laugh through. That I can
It's
laugh.
like 1 a.m. for me.
Yeah.
1:30.
Oh my god. Okay. Well, we don't. We have like three more questions at least. Anyway, let's see.
Yeah.
Memes that are generally funny can cross the line. Blah blah blah. Have I encountered this before? Um. Hmm.
But I never really seen any memes that like cross the line really. I
Yeah.
think like making fun of male VTubers is low-hanging fruit and should just stop. It's not
Ah,
funny.
yeah. I was
Some of
actually
my
gonna
closest
mention
friends
that.
are male VTubers. Male VTubers are honestly oftentimes more entertaining than female VTubers because they actually are putting in effort because they know that there's less engagement. When people are scrolling through, there are more horny guys on Twitch than there are horny females who are gonna click on and try to see what's up.
Hmm.
And
But
that's how Twitch works.
yep, it does. I was actually
And
gonna mention that. I think the meme, I'm just like, okay, this isn't funny anymore. If anything, it's almost borderline insulting. It's the male VTuber meme. Like, people, when people were saying, like, do male VTubers even exist? I'm like,
it's just low hanging fruit and it's not.
I know you're saying that because it's a meme, but my god, you're...
And then the worst part is, they will then get in on that, and you know why? Because male VTubers are gonna go on there and be like, "Hey, I exist," and then they get free engagement,
Yeah.
which then makes the Twitter algorithm go burr, which then means that they are benefiting.
Yep. That's why I didn't really bother to, like, comment or even retweet most of those things. The only things I did retweet were people who had takes on the male VTuber meme thing. I'm like, yeah, we do exist, but why is it that you guys are memeing as if we don't exist? Are we that much of a joke to you? But yeah, like, personally, I didn't feel attacked when I saw that, but I just found it very odd. Like, very odd when I first saw it. I'm like, I can see the humor in this, but I really hope people don't actually believe this. But then I remember it's the internet. People will believe really stupid shit.
Hold on, as a tangent to that, I was just wondering, are female VTubers growing faster than male VTubers? Because my streamer friends are established in a non-offensive way amongst ourselves that female streamers have an edge. They want to know if that applies to VTubers as well. I think female VTubers do have that edge in general. I can't, as a trans VTuber, I'm kind of in a weird position, but I can say that I've had other friends who make similar content to me who do not do as well because they present as a man. And it really is just unfair in every way because you know, a lot of people go onto Twitch because they monkey brain, they see woman talk to woman, woman talk back, and they want to create that. If they want to create that parasocial relationship with somebody, they're gonna want to do it with a woman rather than a man.
Yep.
And it's not fair, and I hate it. And I've always, you know, just wanted to do whatever I can to even that because it's not fair at all.
And Sky hit the nail
Mm-hmm.
nail in the coffin there.
And
Yeah,
sorry, I
like,
kind of interrupted you to read that out, but
no, it's
I
okay, but
agree
that
very
is
much.
completely true. I can't deny that. Like, even VTubers, they have an edge. But the funny thing though about VTubers is that a lot of people see the model, but not the person behind the model. And I
Yeah,
think for Tia, this is both a good thing and a bad thing. I think Tia can agree that
I've
much.
posted pictures of myself and kind of like little thirst traps, basically, because
Oh,
I'm somewhat attractive, I think. I posted like pictures of like my stomach. I have a very flat and pretty stomach.
slay.
Yeah, pretty queen shit.
Yeah, it's like,
But
that's all they see is that, but they didn't read the part where, I mean, you don't even hide it at all. If you were to go to Tia's Twitter right now, can I link your Twitter on chat?
yeah, go ahead.
Okay,
I am very open about being.
so it's
Uh,
literally the first thing that's listed on Tia's description. Trans, she, her, probably a vampire succubus VTuber.
mhm.
People
I
just don't read in the internet. They just unga bunga. Oh, I see big booba. Yes.
oh, I even have the trans pride flag as like again one of the. It's in my both my Twitter handle and in my description.
Yeah, but no. Yeah, you have too much faith in the internet. They're not gonna read that shit. Like, look, you
That
see
is
the shout out?
valid.
They're just gonna click. Look, they see the icon that just popped up on stream. I'll put it up again. Look. Oh, wow, that's a cute bubble. Oh, big booba. You know what? I'll click it right now. I'll click it. Wait, let me mute the
My
site. Yeah, I go there.
Between
Oh,
my
wow.
PNG and my model, my boobs got buffed.
Yeah, and I'm just like, look, I see the thumbnails of your streams. All they say is, "Ooh, big booba." Even if they go to the about section, they're not gonna read that shit. They only see
I
big booba, and they'll just click the follow button, subscribe, and then that's it. Done.
Manic, that's actually an excellent point. People
People that will
who,
not respect you as a trans person wouldn't even know what a trans.
to be fair, to be fair, like reactionary like Satanists know what the cross is because they, you know, don't like Christians. I feel like it's kind of the same thing with the like TERFs. They know the symbology so they can point it out.
Mm. But I just find it
Oh,
so funny.
reactionary Satanist, which is like, so in school, I took theology classes, which I'm not going to get into here, but I like philosophy and the study of religion.
Oh, we can talk about this a lot.
Ye-
I'm
But
a philosophy major. Yeah, go on.
yeah, but just reactionary Satanist, which is different from actual Satanist because it's less of a actual philosophy and more like I want to be the opposite of Christian. So instead of worshiping God, I worship Satan, and rather than actually creating a actual philosophy around that, um, it's more so I want to worship the evil guy, and I'm evil, and we we flip the cross upside down. That's very much an American thing. Um, in high school, there were people like who really wanted to be edgy, and that was the edgy thing to do,
Mm,
which is different than the actual
norm.
philosophy of people who call themselves Satanists, which I don't, we're not going to get into that, but
Mm.
it's different. It's reactionary. Edgy American teenagers, yes, yes, very much. I am Canadian, um, but this was also a Canadian thing.
Ooh.
Um, yeah, I keep going off on tangents, but they're good tangents. They're
Yeah,
good tangents.
they are good tangents. Don't
I'm
worry.
I'm very much enjoying uh this stream, this interview.
Mm. Oh, good. Okay, there's still 3 more questions. Let's continue.
Yeah, let's
So,
power through.
when dealing with issues and problems, how have you dealt with them or resolved them?
Well, I think I kind of have developed a subconscious system for them.
Hmm.
So if it is it something that's going to affect me? Yes or no? If it's no, is it going to affect other people? Yes or no? If it's no, then I just ignore it. If it's not affecting me, it's not affecting other people,
Mm-hmm.
there's no reason to deal with it. Just ignore it. If people are writing mean replies on my YouTube video, literally just don't pay attention to them. I can delete them if I want to. I'm
Yep.
just gonna leave them up. I don't care. Give me that engagement.
Or
Um,
do what I remember. Do what Coco Kiryu did, which is a major flex. Oh, you want to talk shit about me? Be a member.
Tia has a YouTube. I don't make videos. I post my VODs there. Someone replied to my VOD with 2 different accounts to try to just spread hate.
Ah, but
As it turns out, tends to happen.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but yeah. Oh, I burped. I'm drinking some soda now just to help me. Soda is actually like, if you can get like sugar-free soda or like anything carbonated, that's really good for your voice if you're gonna be like doing long sessions of talking.
Okay, I'm gonna take notes on that. And yeah, you did
Like
say that
Xavier's
your
good.
food arrived like a couple of minutes
Mhm.
ago. So yep.
Yeah, it's still sitting here. I haven't opened it yet. I'm gonna
Oh,
dig into that
please, yeah.
afterwards.
Oh, okay. let's see. For me, when dealing with problems, well, I don't know. I'm speaking from years of being bullied, so I don't know. I can easily shrug it off because
Yeah,
I
yeah, I
have
think
I have fairly thick skin. But
yeah, I think we
honestly,
both do.
to this day, though, there are things I will never forgive people for what they've done to me in the past. Like, it's just really bad what's happened to me before, and like, this is why I hate. I get practically triggered when I hear the word prank. I hate pranks. I think pranks are the worst form of jokes or bullying, in my opinion. That is absolutely the worst. And
I can agree with that.
I got pranked really badly, and it wasn't even. If they wanted to prank me, I would have asked, "Can it please be a physical prank? Please let it be a physical prank." No, it was an emotional prank, and it was really, really bad. I
Yeah.
I lashed out really bad, and again, to this day, not everyone involved in that prank has even formally apologized. A number of them did express like, dude, we are really, really fucking sorry. We like
But
they really
they didn't make
showed
amends.
they really showed that they were really, really sorry. Some of them, but the key
Some of them.
people who planned it, they have not formally apologized to me. And at this point, I'm like, it's practically gonna be more than a decade since you guys did that. I'm not gonna expect anything from you guys. But if you expect me to help you or to talk to you now, you guys can just fuck off. I would
Good
have been
for
fine with
you.
the sorry. Like, you don't even have to make a letter or a card or whatever. Like, I would have been fine with a sorry. Like, the gesture. I will settle for the gesture because it's been years. Like, I'm already, like, past it. But no, not once. I'm like, you know what, whatever. But, that's one. But yeah, whenever I encounter problems nowadays, I can just laugh it off or just ignore it. It's quite easy for me to do that. But then again, I haven't experienced anything. I hope you don't mind if I compare what I've experienced to you, but
No, come
the
on.
level of toxicity you get and negative interaction, I haven't had any on your level, so I can comfortably say that I can shrug it off, but when the day comes that I get a hater on the level that you get, I mean, I think I can shrug it off, but it depends on their choice of words.
If you're ready until you're there doing it.
I
You never
mean,
know if you're emotionally prepared to deal with hate, because at the end of the day, it is hate.
it is hate, yeah. You
And there's
can
never
laugh it
something
off.
deep.
You can laugh it off or whatever, or ignore it. But at the end, it does bother you. Like, what did I even do to deserve this? My God, I can imagine e- I mean, I don't know if this thought crossed you, Tia, but I can only imagine, like, whenever someone gives you hate just for being trans, like, you just like humorously you think, well, I guess I just won't be trans then. How about that? Will that make you
I've made
happy?
that joke. I have made that joke.
I knew
Yeah.
it.
I've gone, oh, okay, well, that's all you had to say. I'm normal now.
Okay, well,
Thank
I guess.
thank you.
Thank you. Oh
I've
my.
been
Oh my God, your model is so hot and you're good at games. Why did you have to be trans? Okay, I guess I'll just not be trans then. Okay, that good for you, honey.
yeah, I guess I'll just fucking the scales have fallen from my eyes. I truly understand now.
Hmm.
Um, I think probably my favorite insult was one where basically the implication was that I was transgender because basically like the idea that they posited was that normally, so I had to become trans.
Wait, sorry. You cut off before the normally part. You had to what now?
I had to become trans to get a girlfriend,
Oh
which
yeah,
is
I saw that tweet. I saw
which
that tweet. I'm like, what? This person came up with this conclusion as to why you're trans.
which I appreciate it. It was very funny. But at the same time, it was incredibly funny to me because I was uh I was in a relationship that lasted all the way through me coming out as trans and all that, and it's just I don't know. It feels like they're projecting onto me.
I knew it. That's usually the source of it.
Yeah, but you said the actual question of how do you deal with it? I feel like um I don't know, I just try to deal with things as maturely as possible because I
Yep.
have to remember again that everything has consequences, whether I recognize that or not, or I know what the consequences are going to be. And yeah, so like if I make a Transformer joke, but I won't go for
Lol.
it. I don't mind.
Mm.
Uh, but but yeah. So I always try to realize that things are best handled privately than publicly. Um, always remember that there's a human there, and always try to do as little harm and as much help as possible. If rather than fucking cutting someone off, I'll try to get them help.
Hmm.
Try to get them to if they can say, yeah, I think I need help. I think I need to change. I am perfectly willing to stick by there, even if they're acting very toxic. I
Hmm.
will do my best to guide them towards help.
And honestly, personally, whenever I make decisions regarding resolving issues, I remember this personal like rule or philosophy I have regarding this. And that's I don't have control of what other people say or what other people
Oh,
do,
very much.
but what I do from then on, I have control of. If I
Yeah.
wanted to, if I wanted to, I could ask the Foxtrots to cancel someone who threw like insults at me. It's in my power to do so because it is my choice. But whatever happens to that person, I'll have to live with the consequences of my choice because I made that decision. And again, like that's on me because I decided to do that. Like they decided to hurl insults, they decided to talk shit about me, and I decided that this is how I'm going to retaliate.
Always
And
try to do.
if you cannot live with the consequences of your own actions, rethink what you're about to do.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Valid.
that's like my most important like thought for everyone here to think about. Like
Yeah.
again, I cannot stop you from deciding what you think is best. But what I will say is that if you cannot live with the consequences of what you're about to do, how about you rethink it before you commit? Because that you have control of. What happens after, it's still gonna be on you, but you have no control anymore. So
Yeah.
hypothetical, if Tia dropped into my chat and called me a piece of shit, and then I decide, okay, we're canceling this bitch.
Yeah.
And
Fucking
then
cancel me.
Tia quits streaming and whatever. That's on me. I cannot tell her, no, don't cancel. I didn't want you to cancel. No. That's not my decision. That's her decision. I pushed her to do that because of how I reacted.
At the end of the day, the locus of control would be on me in that situation.
True. But again,
It was always my
it
decision
is your
at the end of
decision.
the day.
Yes, it is your decision. But I did push you to make that decision. That's still on me.
I I disagree with that
Hmm.
as like someone who cares very much about like mental health and all that. I feel like that kind of ties into that because if someone is if for example your friend is very depressed and they are, you know, being very hateful because they're just not in a good place,
Hmm.
at the end of the day, the locus of control is still in
It's
their
still theirs,
hands.
yeah. It
Even if they feel like they've lost all control and that's why they're acting out, it is still in their
it is
hands. And
still
in
in
that
their
kind of
hands, yeah.
situation, no matter what you do, the control is still in my hands. What I do
Hmm.
after and how I react. I can
Thank
always control how I react. I can't control the situation. That's what you kind of did by,
hmm.
trying to cancel me in this theoretical.
Yep.
You set up that situation and I reacted to it, but my reaction was my own. And I feel like, but still you have to keep the human element in mind because again, that kind of ties back to what I said, where always remember there's a human there
Yep.
because, which I feel like you kind of said just in different words.
Yeah, yeah. Thank you for pointing that out. I was about to point out a caveat actually to what I just said. Like, yeah, um, it is something to keep in mind, but it's not something that should shackle you, so to speak.
Hmm.
Just
Yeah,
because, again, a very dark topic, but especially during COVID, there are a lot of things that we have no control of, and I'm pretty sure a handful of us here have lost someone in some way for whatever reason. And it sucks that you couldn't be there for them. But again, that is completely out of your hands.
yeah.
And
Again, it's about,
you cannot beat yourself over something you're not even sure you could have stopped.
yeah, and so that's just something that you have to kind of internalize and
Mm.
process that no,
Like,
this was in my control, this was in my control, this was not in my control.
yep.
And you have to identify what you had control over. You had no control over what you did and didn't know.
See, internet, people can disagree on the internet and be nice to each other and be professional.
Yeah,
It's not like,
professionalism is a big
yeah, when
thing.
Tia said, actually, I have to disagree there, it's not like, oh, yeah, you disagree with me on my talk show, on my stream? The audacity of,
The
no.
audacity.
The audacity. No. See, like, and besides, her disagreement was actually a very fair point. And even if, like, uh, even if I didn't know what she was about to say, I'm like, she has the right to disagree. It's just her point. It's what she
I
thinks.
think
It's her opinion.
your argument of you still do have a measure of responsibility,
Yep, you do.
like you said, but my opinion is that it falls more heavily on the person making the decision, and you're saying that
Yes.
the responsibility falls more heavily on the person who caused the situation to push them into that choice. And we
Yeah,
just
I forgot to
disagree on
mention that part. I forgot to mention that part. But thank you for pointing that out. Yeah.
that. Yeah, it's
Like, you could have made a
it's big.
situation better or worse, but again, like, it's kind of like the weight and the gravity of the end of it all will just transfer from person to person. Like, you may feel responsible for what happens in the end, but remember that whoever made the last decision, it's still on them. Like, you may have had,
Always
yeah, you may have had a
whenever
hand in it, but they were the ones who decided what to do in the end.
yeah, whenever you have a conflict with somebody, one thing you have to remember is when you try to end it, when you say we're not being productive right now, we are like if you and me get into like I don't know, we keep calling each other out online and there's just like this bad blood between my community and your community.
Mm.
I the first person to like go on their Discord server, ping everybody, say, we just need to stop this. This is over, and if I keep going at it, it's on me now.
Mm.
This situation is my own creation. You're the one who's trying to fix things, and I'm the one who's not accepting that olive branch. And at that point, the locus of control is on myself.
Mm.
Um, which I keep throwing around locus of control. What that basically means is just like whose decision affects a situation, and who has control of the situation.
Fair.
So
Okay.
yeah.
Okay,
Next
penultimate questions. There's two
question.
more. Penultimate. Okay. So, with platforms like Twitch, YouTube, Twitter, what do you think should they do to alleviate the problems we face as VTubers, if that's even possible?
I think it really is just kind of a community-wide problem that can't be fixed by the platforms themselves. Um, oh, a small side tangent, quotation marks on small. People tagging hashtag VTuber and other similar tags on non-VTuber related tweets grinds my gears.
Oh.
That gets, just because you're a VTuber doesn't mean that every tag EN VTuber, hashtag VTuber uprising and whatever, because your shower thoughts does not is that's not just like
Yeah. Not
something
not
that
like
concerns.
not gonna lie. I was guilty of that for like the first 2 months.
Oh, you're fine.
I
You're
didn't
fine.
know. But I didn't even get called out though, but then it did hit me like, wait a minute. Why am I using this tag? It's not even related to VTubers. Yeah, I should just stop doing this.
Yeah, and they're trying and stuff like that to try to engage with the VTuber community as a whole. Um, you know, they're not gonna want to know whatever deranged tweets that you might be thinking of. It's like if I tagged every tweet that I made as VTuber, like some of these people are,
Oh boy.
it would just make no sense. Like let me. I'm going there to my Twitter right now. You're in for it.
Hmm.
Um, this tweet right here could be tagged VTuber. Basically, I put a slice of bread on my VTuber model's face,
Oh yeah,
and I'm
you
like,
did.
haha. Yeah. Let me see. Let me see. There, I talk about that could be tagged VTuber. Okay. I'm Duel Link Master. All I gotta say, and then it's an image of a classic Game Boy Advanced Yu-Gi-Oh screenshot, and it says, "Bro, just place your card and end your turn." Because
Uh,
that game, the turns take way too long.
mm.
If I tag that with hashtag VTuber, not once does this have anything to do with VTubers. So there's no point in tagging it besides it that a VTuber is content. That is literally me just
I mean, it's almost the equivalent of if you were going to, like, for example, like, if you were going to post something on your personal Twitter, if you have one, but yeah, I'm not gonna assume you
a
do, but let's say hypothetical, you have one, and you're like, you post what you had for breakfast. What are you gonna post? Hashtag human? Hashtag human? Hashtag breakfast?
as
Human uprising? EN human?
human,
C wait, CA human?
you know, as as a
As a what now?
really tag that which had with
Yeah, words.
yeah. Um, but so, which loops back around to your question of what can you do to alleviate that? I think if Twitter cracked down on people using unrelated tags, and we could just like click on the tweet and do like these tags are not related, and either they
Mm.
would manually remove the tags Twitter as a site, or they just remove
Oh,
the
they
tweet and
could,
let the
yeah.
person know, hey, your tags don't line up with the tweet. But that seems like it could be easily abused.
It could.
Um,
There is one thing that I think can work
dedicated
because
staff
hmm,
to go around and remove tags from tweets.
but that's gonna be time consuming because of how many people tweet every second.
Yeah, and if well, it would only be if people like reported it as not as unrelated tags, unless they had to go in and remove it.
Yeah, but as you said, it could
Which
be
means,
abused. Like if
yeah, if it's automated, which it probably would be.
not just automated, but
Um,
like especially if it's automated. I'm gonna guess right now it's gonna be automated. But again, let's say for example, if people have beef with you, like you
yeah,
you
they
can
could just,
post that bread thing. It is VTuber related, but because they hate the fact that oh yeah, we're gonna
it's me.
yeah we don't like Tia, so we're gonna make yeah this post is not related to VTubing, and it just immediately takes it out. That's the most likely outcome, unfortunately.
Yeah, and so that's why it is subject to abuse and just doesn't work really.
Mm. But
Um,
As
Unfortunately.
for Twitch,
I don't know what Twitch could do. I don't know what the problems are there either. I mean, I'm sure
Well,
there
other
are
than the
problems.
usual toxicity problems on Twitch,
Yeah,
I think
again, it's more of a generic problem, not a
it,
VTuber specific
yeah, it's not just,
problem.
yeah, because we're even though we are VTubers on Twitch, Twitch is a streaming platform. So a VTuber is a streamer. A streamer is not a VTuber, but a VTuber is still a streamer. So
Hmm.
we all share in streamer problems.
Yeah.
I would say though that for VTubers and streamers on Twitch in particular, I still think toxicity is definitely number one, way up in the problem.
Hmm.
And of course the bots.
Oh
Bots.
yeah, the bots can be circumvented though if you just have your auto mod, get rid
Yeah.
of words like big follows or
Yeah.
buy
I already
follower.
got rid of that with the uh yeah, any variation of that phrase or sentence that's already banned. So yep. I haven't
Good
had
shit.
one ever since I implemented that.
Good shit. They recently removed the bots, that is. They recently removed like they put a space in .com for big follows.
Uh
They changed up how it's put down, so sometimes they do slip through.
well, I haven't had one ever since, so I guess I'm just lucky.
Yeah. Or maybe you just have better implementation.
Maybe. I mean, I do have in my chat that you need to um have like a verified phone number if you're a first time streamer. First time chatter rather.
I do not have that, which may be part of my problem.
Mm. I mean, again, it sucks for those who want to chat right off the bat, but it does avoid the botters in my chat, so
Hmm.
it's something I'm willing to restrict. Like, even though I will miss out on people who want to chat, like, I'm not taking the risk. I'm not taking the risk of allowing a flood of bots just to allow a handful of more chatters in my chat.
Oh no, you're valid. 100%. I
Yeah.
agree.
Okay.
Last question now, yeah?
Yes, last question. So, moving forward, what's your final word and advice for those also encountering problems and struggles as VTubers slash streamers?
Um, if I had to sum up everything that I could possibly impart to you of value, um, it would just be, first of all, be a decent person. And when I say that, it doesn't mean like be kind. You can be mean. You can be disrespectful.
Hmm.
Just keep it all in moderation. If you're being, don't be malicious. Um, keep any kind of that behavior to your friends, to people who understand that it's a joke, people who know you. Don't do it to strangers. Don't be like that. Like if I were to say, "Hey, Inari, you're stinky. You smell bad. You suck," and like I'm laughing, you'll know it's a joke. But like you don't know people like that, and remember to keep boundaries. Um, so that goes back to kind of what I said with my like how I deal with stuff. Remember that there's always a human. Remember that your chat is full of people, and every single person in that, whatever your number may be, is a person with their own life and everything, and kind of keep that in the back of your mind, and
Hmm.
that will kind of help serve as like a basis for how you do things, because it's not, these are fucking NPCs. These aren't bots. These are people. And you are creating an audience and a community of different people with different backgrounds from different places. And I don't know, that's just something that I have always felt is important for me to recognize. And I've reiterated it several times now. Um, always be actively trying to make your streams as good as they can be.
Hmm.
So if that means you are coming up with jokes to fill the void in chat if there's just nobody chatting, or finding a way to be entertaining without chat interaction, because that's very important. And some of the largest, most successful streamers are funny without chat interaction.
Oh, yes.
And I feel like if the two of us were just vibing here, we would be very entertaining because we have good chemistry with each other.
Well, thank you.
Don't, yeah, you are a charming and funny guy, and I think that we play off of each other very well. We have a good dynamic. Um, yeah. And always make sure that you're happy and enjoying what you're doing. Because
Absolutely.
if at any time streaming feels like a job or like a responsibility that you don't want, like a chore, you need to take a break, you need to take a step back, and you need to rethink how you're doing things and change it so that you're enjoying. Because I eventually got to the point where I felt like it was a job. I wasn't having fun with it, and it felt like a chore. And so I stopped streaming. I took some personal days. I made some memes. I drew. You know, and I have plans for stuff that I'm doing for content, and really just always keep on your grind set, but never lose sight of what you want to do and where you want to end up, because where you end up will be indicative of how you're doing. How you're doing now is indicative of where you end up. If you look at yourself and you say, hey, I want to continue down this path and just get bigger and better at what I'm already doing, like with you, I could totally see you like having a big podcast where you take on like, I don't know, maybe like fucking Iron Mouse or something. You can go and you can, you know, interview them. That's the future for you. You're gonna get there. I believe in you, and you're going down a good path.
Thank
And
you.
so you really just gotta kind of look at yourself like that. Like, where am I? Where am I headed? Um, so I'm rambling. I'm not making solid points.
Mm.
Uh, Also, don't be afraid to reach out to people. Like, I don't. Let me see. Did you reach out to me first, or did I reach out to you first? Let me see. Let me see.
I think you reached out to me first.
I reach out to you first,
Mm.
and so yeah, I that's kind of always buzzing noise.
Yeah, that's the building right next to me. It's really fucking
Oh,
annoying. I sincerely
I hear
apologize.
you.
Even with the noise canceling, it still picks that up.
Yeah, you sound like you're a little bit roboto with the buzzing, but yeah. So don't be afraid to reach out to people, because networking is very important for growing beyond your circle of. Also, when you network with people or when you just watch people, be sure to learn. Watch what they do, watch what works for them, watch what they seem to enjoy and what their chat seems to enjoy, and think, how can I do that but also still fit it to my brand? As
I
in my kind of
mean,
content.
absolutely, man, because it's not like you can copy, say, again, hypothetical. It's not like you can just copy off what Doctor Disrespect does and your community will like it. I mean, Doctor Disrespect
You can
definitely
do
appeals to a
ideas.
particular community. And
Mhm.
unless your community wants that, just doing it's not gonna make you popular with yours. And to add to that, like again, I don't know, like this is practically our first collab together and our first long
It is.
interaction. But again, it's kind of odd and quite fascinating how we are able to bounce off each other like this.
And we just have good chemistry. You're very chill, I'm very chill. We're both very mature. We both, we both like philosophy. So I feel like people who like philosophy are just kind of different. I feel like there's like a fundamental thing. Every single every single philosophy nerd that I know is just a super cool person. Mature quotation marks. Mature as in we are wise about ourselves.
That's
We
one
know
way to
who we
put it.
are. We know who we are. Even if that person laughs at the word pee pee poo poo.
Yeah.
See, mature quotation marks because we know ourselves. We know the world. You know?
We know the
Kuya Yoko,
machinations of certain things, I guess.
pee pee poo poo. Yeah, pee pee poo poo. One word though, no space.
Now,
Pee pee poo
as
poo.
for me, something I'd like to add to what Tia said a while ago. Yeah, my voice cracked. Let's see. I will 100% agree with what you said about streaming should be something fun. Out. Like, if you're feeling stressed out in a bad way, like, I mean, even if you're having fun with a game or a book or a movie or whatever, a hobby, eventually stress is gonna catch up. And it could be for a lot of reasons. Maybe you're burning out, maybe you're not growing in the game as you want to, or maybe there's something more about that more that you want from the game, but it's just not more in the thing that you're doing, but it's not giving back to you. So you might wanna need like to step back, uh, look at the big picture and whatnot before you move on. But basically, especially when it comes to streaming, like a lot of people like to say that streaming is a job. And thing is, I cannot completely disagree with that. But I would have to say that just because it is a job doesn't mean it shouldn't be fun. And
Yes.
again, people are like, you're naive for thinking that. And I'm like, wrong. I'm just I'm not naive for thinking that. I'm just more positive for thinking that. Are you
If you
telling me
ask
that every job should be miserable then?
if
Because
you
if
ask any professional streamer, they will always say that their job is incredibly fun.
yep. And also
So
to add to the yeah, go ahead.
anybody who says, "Oh no, it's a job, it's not supposed to be fun." No, it's supposed to be fun. People who do it as a job, it is fun. So if you're doing it not as a job and it's not fun, you need to start doing things differently because that's just not sustainable for yourself.
And again, also for those who are worried about, again, this is very specific, but for those who are worried about chat, think of it this: a big streamer that has 1,000 people in their chat talking at the same time, and a person that has like three people in their viewers not talking, it's almost the same in the sense that you're not really talking to anyone if you're talking to 1,200 something people watching you. Because how many of them will you really be able to talk to directly with what you have to say? That's just my take on it. Again, I could be wrong about this, but like whenever I watch certain big streamers, like the only big streamers I really do follow are FF14 streamers, but like whenever the ones that have like 2,000 viewers and then they definitely talk to the entirety of chat. And again, the entirety is singular. You're basically talking to one embodiment of your entire chat.
You're talking to a crowd in a public forum.
Yeah. And the thing is, not everyone will agree with you, but all you hear are the ones that agree with you. So it's very rare
Yeah.
that you're able to bounce off those who disagree with you.
Yeah,
It's
streamers tend
almost
to
yeah,
get an echo chamber
yeah.
where
So
all they can hear is
it's like
their
an
own.
echo chamber. So if from that perspective, if you think about it, if you have three viewers in your stream and no one is saying anything, don't be bothered because it's not too different from someone who has 2,000 viewers and they're just an echo chamber, as Tia said. The only difference is the bigger numbers, but the engagement is practically the same. There's
And
no
of course,
trade,
they can
there's
always
no
go through individually, but in the end, they're only gonna see like a handful of people. Just like how when you only have a handful of people, you're only gonna see a handful of people.
It's very
You're
taxing and very
entirely right.
difficult to single out people in chat that you want to interact with.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah, again, I'd like to emphasize what Tia said a while ago, that and Skyly also said that people thinking a job should not be fun, jobs should be something you should enjoy. Exactly. If you live to eat, to work, to sleep, you're not living at all. If the sole purpose for you to wake up every morning is to pay the bills, feed yourself, you're not living at all. You are practically a lemming at that point. You're just another cog in the system. And that is not living at all. Every morning whenever I wake up, I always look forward to streaming. Because it's fun. I get to hang out with people, perhaps meet new people, meet new friends, engage with them in games that I love, or even get introduced games that I don't know and I end up having fun with. And
Yeah.
again, it's a very what's the word?
Best part of streaming has to be all the people that I've met, viewers and streamers along. For example, had I never started streaming, I never would have, say, met you, and you're a super fucking cool guy. I really enjoy just talking with you because you have, just a great worldview, and I appreciate what we agree on, and I appreciate what we don't agree on.
Mm-hmm.
And I think, yeah, it's just new people that you're gonna meet and create a meaningful friendship with.
There's just there's something very beautiful about the whole cathartic experience of streaming, in my opinion.
Yeah.
It's something very magnificent. I can't really properly describe it. And I guess that's why I'm able to pull 10 plus hour streams and make it feel like it's not even 10 plus hours. And it is hella fun.
It is incredibly fun.
Yep. And that's it for Shrine Talk episode 12. Oh my goodness.
That was... I could have kept going longer. That was a fun time.
Oh yeah, definitely. I think if I picked a broader topic or more fun topic, we could have rambled on for hours. I mean,
But yeah,
to be fair,
no,
Tia, it did happen with Dip and Blue. I'll give Dip and Blue a shout out real quick. It did happen with Dip and Blue. We were talking about streaming, and again, it was like when we streamed this, he told me that it was around noon. The sun was up, and by the time we ended, the sun was down. We took way longer because we just enjoyed what we were talking about.
Yeah, I enjoyed this. Thank you so much for inviting me.
Oh, I did not hesitate at all when I invited you. I did not think, man, could this go bad? No. I already knew from the start that we're gonna have lots to talk about and we're gonna have fun despite it being a very serious topic.
Yeah, I appreciate you. You are just a cool guy, just a cool person.
Well, thank you, Tia. You are a very wholesome strummer.
I am a goblin. I don't know what you're talking about.
No, shut up.
I am a little goblin that's gonna.
You are a very wholesome, beautiful girl. You shut up.
I'm gonna eat all of your snacks.
How dare you not take my compliment, bitch? The audacity.
Sure. That's my energy.
Fair.
I'm gonna steal all the food from your cabinets and then go on Twitter. That is my energy.
All right. Let's see. Oops. Sorry about that. All right. I'll give you one more shout out on the chat, please. Foxtrot. Um, for those who haven't, please follow Tia. Please follow Tia. She's a pro Dead by Daylight streamer. And again, as you've heard here, and I've mentioned it several times, like I've mentioned Tia several times, that she's a very, very very fun girl to watch. All right, you'll definitely enjoy
I have my moments.
every moment you get watching her. So please do, please give her some support, guys. And okay, before I say the rest of my schedule for the day, I want to give you the red carpet, as I always do. Tia, if there are any shoutouts or any things you want to promote, go ahead. The red carpet is yours.
Just follow me on Twitch, follow me on Twitter. I have a Discord in my Twitch thingy where I occasionally ping everybody with haha funny memes and shout other friends out there. Follow Inari, he's fucking awesome. My appreciation for you has only grown over the course of this stream.
Oh wow, thank you.
Bother you until we can hang out like off stream and just play some games and chat.
Oh yeah, totally. Like I did see that you were playing Monster Hunter Rise, right? A couple of days ago.
Yeah, I play a little bit. I'm a hammer main.
Hammer mate, wow, mad respect. On PC.
On PC.
Alright, we can hunt sometime. It'll be a fun time. Let's go.
I have PC and Switch actually.
Oh my god, that means you and I double dipped. I also double dipped.
Oh my gosh, I just wanted to play with all my friends.
Same here.
And I also wanted to be able to stream it because I have a Switch Lite.
Nice.
Yeah, but go ahead and do the rest. We can chat after.
All right. Okay, Foxtrots, here's the schedule for this week. I already posted it a while ago, but I'll show it here again. So we had Shrine Talk. Wow. Good thing I put 3 p.m/4 p.m. for Monster Hunter Rise and Breath of the Wild. Or, well, might Breath of the Wild. Depends. I'll be back later at 4:30 for Monster Hunter Rise. Tomorrow will be focused more on Monster Hunter Rise because I really want to grind to level 100 for Hunter level and get better gear. Wednesday will be FPS as usual. Thursday, I'll think about if I still want to stream Monster Hunter Rise. Friday to Sunday will be a Guerrilla stream. And depending on my mood on those days. But same time as always, 3 p.m. GMT plus 8. Please look forward to that. Is there anything else, Tia, or are we good?
I think we're good. Everybody have an excellent night. Thank you so much for stopping by and supporting Inari. He's, like I said, he's pretty fucking cool. Thank you for being here.
Oh, and of course, thank you for gracing an episode of Shrine Talk with your presence. I highly appreciate it.
It was, I know people say it was my pleasure, but it was actually my pleasure. I enjoyed being here. Thank you so much for having me.
It's an honor to have you. A genuine pleasure still to have you. Anyhow, I am going to raid San Shroomy. She is another VTuber. I want to say friend because we have interacted whenever I play Genshin Impact, whenever she streams as well. And she is currently doing art, and she did sketch me a couple of weeks ago. Now she's doing the coloring, so let's support her. All right, gonna start the raid. Here is the raid message. As always, please do not spam that too much.
That was a hiccup.
Give Sanstrumi the positive Foxtrot energy as always. I'll see you in her stream, and I'll see you all in about an hour or so. Thank you. And again, of course, I'll say it again. Thank you, Tia, for coming over for episode 12 of Shrine Talk.